Everybody, this is season 1, episode 39. It is Wednesday, June 9th, and you are listening live. What's up, Patrick? We got a special guest.
We do. We got a special one. We got a special one.
Would you like to introduce?
Sure. This is Christina Johnson.
Hey.
Yep. She's an old friend. Go back to I don't know. What did we say? 2007.
I think we decided it was 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Yep.
Yeah. Go all the way back then.
All the way back. Life has changed. Life is good.
So what? 15 years?
Is that 15? Is that 15?
14.
14?
14?
That is 14 years. Still,
Holy
we could round it. We could
Holy
round it up.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's just round it.
Round it.
I was
called
just
15.
curious.
Round it. 15 years. Fuck it.
I think Andy I've known 15 plus years, and then obviously
Right.
it's like 20 years. But I'm trying to remember if I knew. Yeah. Anyway.
Right. Jasper. Who's Jasper?
Jasper, welcome. Oh my gosh.
Is that Jasper?
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
Jasper.
Jasper from over there?
Yeah, from way back from Twitch.
Oh, Twitch.
Remember she followed us for a while.
Oh, yeah, she did. That's good. That's
Can't say
good.
She Jasper followed us.
Sorry.
That's a cool name. And,
I know.
and this is a she, right? Okay.
No, non-binary.
Not okay.
So you just
Still,
go Jasper.
well,
Jasper.
Doesn't matter that
I got
it's a great
schooled,
name.
thanks to Jasper,
great name.
who schooled me and told me so.
Really?
Yeah, bro, did you not pay attention?
No, I don't remember.
He didn't pay attention to his own damn podcast.
I don't remember. The
only reason why I remember because I went and re-listened to a lot of the podcast back when I went to Louisiana, and so I was listening and revisiting some of, and I was listening to the one that Jasper had corresponded with a lot of us and asking questions and stuff like that, and then I was going, well, whatever happened? There was 4 or 5 episodes that Jasper was on, and then all of a sudden nothing, and then now back to the show. Welcome. Welcome back.
Say that again. I wasn't listening. I was watching TV.
Hey, what's going on TV? Anything exciting?
No.
No, nothing.
All
yet.
depressing
Yeah.
news. That's
Which
all.
is why we're not talking about it.
City of Dallas stuff.
Oh God. Well, I'm not going to talk about the news. So, Christina,
What's up?
tell us about you.
Yeah.
About me. Okay.
Give us the elevator pitch.
My elevator pitch. My salve. Did you know that the word salve, S-A-L-V-E, if you look it up, it actually means you're greeting and you're welcoming. It's not just a balm like we think of. So I learned that the other day. But more about the about me thing. So
Thanks.
Go ahead, keep talking. Keep talking.
We're gonna get comments.
We're gonna get comments.
It's true. It's a real word. If you want to expand your vocabulary, you just did.
Are we having an education session today?
Yeah, this is gonna be.
Are you a
That's
teacher?
great,
Go ahead.
Yes,
Are you a teacher?
Yes, I am a teacher.
Oh yeah,
yes.
that's right.
Wait,
right.
what?
I forgot.
I do. I have a background in education. I've taught
What grade?
special ed certified kindergarten through 12th grade. Yep.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Uh-huh.
All right. Keep going.
Love
So
my
how many years
babies.
did you do that?
6, almost 7, and then I took a step back right when, a few months before COVID shut everything down last year. And
So what made you decide to step back? If you don't mind me asking.
no, it's just I feel like all teachers when they get in that 3 to 5 year mark, they kind of evaluate. Am I happy? Am I doing what I want to do? Am I doing everything I can do?
Is this kind of like the 7-year itch in marriage?
Yeah, it's comparable.
You know what? It's
I
not
wouldn't
the
know,
7-year
but it's
itch
comparable.
anymore.
So
No, what is it? The 7-day itch?
No, it's not the.
I think they call that crabs.
That's probably the 7-day itch, but actually the 7-year itch is probably the 2-3 year itch now,
Is it really?
or 6 months.
Because of inflation?
yeah.
No, hell, dude, I don't know, man. I haven't been married in 2 years. Go ahead. You finished.
What's up, Reagan?
No big deal. So yeah, what?
Reagan
Hey,
says hi, bye.
Okay.
hey, hi, what's up? So yeah, I was in education. I loved it. I still do. I can see myself down the road doing some substitute teaching, but for right now, I'm doing what's making me happy. I'm doing what's fun, and as far as I'm concerned, if it's not fun, don't do it. You know. And then that's that. So restaurant.
So you went from babysitting kids to babysitting adults. Is basically.
Essentially.
So which is better, babysitting
Yeah,
kids?
which is better?
Yeah,
Which
babysitting
one's-
kids or babysitting adults?
It's been better, I think, for my mental health. The adults.
Really?
Yeah,
You're
'cause I
also-
don't
you're
have
also
to worry
a
about them as
counselor
much at
too,
the end of the
right?
day. I worry about those kids
Yeah.
sometimes.
That's
You know,
true.
Yeah. So you're a counselor too, if you're like a bartender.
you can in both roles. You
Yeah,
you are.
both of them. You are. You're trying to, What? Don't be giving me the fucking evil eye.
Drunk adults. I'm not talking about the kids. Drunk adults.
Oh yeah, they can definitely get interesting sometimes, as long as they're not aggressive. It's all good. It's
So which
all
one do you have
good.
more horror stories? Kids or with the adults?
The adults.
I was gonna say, yeah, exactly.
Hi, here's my number, Christina. Call me when you're off work.
Here's my beautiful.
Actually,
Yeah.
the wildest
She is
story. I am what?
beautiful.
Oh, brownie point.
She's no.
Aw.
Ass
I've always told her that. No, I've always told her that
Oh,
since the day,
so
right? Since the first day I met you.
You
I've always,
have.
I have.
You have.
Seriously.
Yeah. You have. And anyways, in
Go
other
ahead.
news,
In other news,
Well, so I mean, shit.
I know. You're a doll. I love you to pieces. So, now we were talking about the horror story. The
Horror
worst story.
yes.
I
Yeah.
was about to share something. Just
share it. That's why we're here.
Exactly.
Share away.
Exactly. All right.
Yeah.
My first year of being a teacher, I took up a position that was like way more than I could chew. It was working with some of the lows, the lower functioning ones. And I had a child that just loved to disrobe in the classroom.
Uh-oh.
Boy or girl?
Can't say.
Okay.
Can't say.
All right.
Can't say. But this student just loved to disrobe, and it became a daily thing. And it's a difficult situation to be in.
So that's when duct tape comes your friend.
No, but I can
I was going to say something, but I'm not going to.
it just
So how did you fix it? Like, what did you do?
several things occurred. I mean,
Did you put a partition around him? The person? Guy or
See?
girl? Yeah.
You almost said him.
I know it's a him. I'm not.
I won't
Dumb.
confirm or deny anything.
Okay, that's good.
It was totally him.
I can't. I am gonna respect my babies out there, but
It's okay. We're not OSHA.
yeah, it was a very difficult situation. They, and what do you do? And I had to call for help, right? Because the situation got a little out of control, as in the student wasn't staying still. The student was up, moving around the room, and being.
Were they dancing? Were they gyrating?
It was definitely
pulsating?
You can imagine. You can
Oh,
you can
my
literally
God.
imagine.
Was there thrusting
But can you
in your
imagine placing that phone call? Hey, this is Miss Johnson in room. Da, 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 da. I have a situation. Well, what's going on, Miss Johnson? Well, student da 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 is naked again, and they are not putting their clothes on, or when I try it comes right back off. A shoe just flew across the room, almost hit somebody in the head, and something just broke, and something's unplugged, and there goes the computer monitor, and can you please get some people up here? We gotta
Damn, that sounds
And-
serious.
and yeah,
That sounds like the bar.
but that's
It does kind of sound
Yeah.
eerie similar.
Yeah.
I've had similar experiences.
Sorry. go
so
ahead.
Yeah.
We interrupted
know.
that, by the way, okay?
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So don't lose your train of thought.
Yeah, don't
because
lose your
I
train
won't.
We will squirrel you.
Yeah, we'll squirrels.
I won't.
Go ahead.
But
Molly says hi. What's up, Molly?
Hey, Molly.
Molly, hi Molly. Too bad Molly Ringwald, right? 80s.
Yep.
Everybody loves her.
Yep.
So yeah,
You remember when she was a little girl?
no.
You don't. That's my daughter.
Oh,
remember her.
Well, of course.
I thought you meant Molly
I thought-
Ringwald.
Yeah, I literally.
Even I think
All right.
that.
Go ahead, Christina. Finish your story. Sorry, we squirreled.
So this kid that was like wanting to parade around naked.
Yeah.
So what did they end up doing to help curtail or at least try to?
It's a behavioral tendency, right? So it's just about getting someone in to help support you in the room to correct the behavior.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. How did you
Right.
correct it?
How did we correct it?
Yes.
You perform. You get a behavioral intervention plan, and you follow whatever the interventionist outlines.
I just need to know.
They diagnose it.
Science
so what
purposes.
we had to do was, number one, it was taking away the audience because the student liked the attention.
The attention, right?
Exactly.
They don't realize good attention and bad attention. They just
Uh-huh.
see attention and how people react.
Right. Yes.
Right.
So the student fed off of the attention, the reactions, and taking time away, obviously, from instruction, et cetera, et cetera. So we made a room for the student to go to. Right. That was still part of the classroom.
That he can go parade naked.
Where they had their private space, and exactly, they were protected. We were protected, and we were all still
There you go.
within.
See, my partition idea wasn't a bad idea. Build a wall around that. Go ahead, and parade around yourself with yourself.
Yeah.
You just put a bunch of mirrors around there. See how silly you look.
Oh, mercy.
Yeah, I would never be a teacher.
Yeah.
You would be a bad teacher.
I know, dude. I got some horror, like, teacher stories too.
I wouldn't be able to be a teacher.
Let's take that off of me. Then I want to hear your horror story about a teacher.
So I had this substitute teacher. I was in 5th grade. I'll never forget. It was Miss Harper's class. It was in W.A. Porter, and this teacher like was just screaming at me, like he isolated me, kind of like just was like, I am the devil to this guy, right? Whatever. So anyway, he came over to me at one point and like put his hands around my neck and acted like he was strangling, while another teacher walked by the room and saw like what was going on, thought that he was really strangling me, because I was like, oh, doing that.
Mr. Dramatic.
Yeah, Mr. Dramatic. That's when I knew I'd be a good actor. But number one, you should never put your fucking hands on anybody. So that's why, like, he got what he deserved. Anyway, long story short, he ended up, I think, getting his license revoked and everything else because of that incident. Just somebody happened to walk by at the right time and saw that and was like, oh, this mother is strangling people. Not saying I probably deserved it at the time.
You
but
probably deserved it.
So, on a side note, elementary school, I had my own desk next to the principal. Literally, no bullshit. And even on my birthday, I was like, hey, and I guilt tripped the shit out of the principal. I was like, hey, do you think maybe for my birthday I could like go civilize with the rest of everybody and not be isolated in your office? And she was like,
No.
no, she like literally paused and was like, oh shit. And Miss Ingram, I know if you're listening, because I know you're a friend on my Facebook page. No hard feelings.
I got a teacher on my page.
Hey, if it wasn't for her, like, I'd love to have her on the show, because like she could give her perspective and what her analysis and what she thought at the time.
Yeah.
Because here's the deal. So this is what I learned a lot. Like, I learned a lot of lessons at a very, very young age. So me and this guy, Will Smith.
The actor?
No, wait.
Are you name dropping?
No, come on. Really?
Oh, God, I can't remember. It was Will. I think it was Will Howard or something.
Okay,
Anyway,
all right.
Anyway,
Well,
long story short.
Well, I was going to say Will Smith. Wow, that's...
Yeah, I went to my school. No. We, he started to try to fight with me out on the playground, right? And so he tried to throw one of those, Foursquare we used to play, right? And he tried to throw that, peg me with it. And so, like, when he did, I grabbed the ball, and then I grabbed him, put him in a headlock, and that was the end of that story. Well, when the teachers walked out, that's all they saw was me putting him in a headlock, and because I had a bad rep, obviously, they didn't even think to, ask the people around and ask everybody's side who witnessed it and everything else, so they automatically assumed because I had that bad rap that, I was the problem. And then lo and behold, they were like, oh, well, he would never do that. He's a straight A student, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, your straight A student started this, and I just ended it, okay?
Oh.
Yeah, because even at a young age, I
Yeah.
was not scared to, like, if I thought you wronged me, I am going to let you know. I am not at all, and even later on in life, I am not scared. I don't give a shit how many companies you own, how many billions and how many yachts you got. I don't give a shit. You still eat, sleep, and shit just like everybody else. You ain't nothing special to me.
I've said that about certain people.
So anyway, so they had me like in the principal office and all that stuff because of this incident, and then finally, like I pleaded enough times that they finally started asking the other people that were witnesses, and then they realized that like, hey, this kid was the one that instigated, and he was just defending himself, blah blah blah. And so lo and behold, they let me actually out into civilization.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I had paddles, dude. That was back when they actually spanked the actual, and the principal had to have a witness there too. So there were, and I don't know if you ever seen one of these paddles. It's a ping pong paddle that they bored holes. Yeah. So it's like, not only is it going to hit you at 100 miles an hour, it's got
I was in 5th
it's got
grade.
airflow in that shit.
I was in 5th grade
Uh-huh.
when I got my first SWAT.
SWAT, yeah.
Yep.
Dude, I
I
don't
say
even remember.
SWATs.
Yeah, I was going to say it was
in
more
5th
than
grade.
one. Yeah.
I was in 5th grade, and we lived in Greenville at that time, and
Mine
Mr.
was
Stovall. See, I even remember the principal.
Dude, I remember. Hold on, I remember the principal and the VP who was there.
See what
They
you
had a
got
witness.
started, Christina?
Yeah. Oh, we got stories.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
y'all.
That paddle
Uh-huh.
was
Did they use a ping pong paddle? Or did they
no,
use...
it was fiberglass with holes in them.
Ow. Still.
Yeah, that shit hurt.
Man,
Yep.
y'all had it lousy. I never had to deal with that growing up. I never even saw what you're talking
You
about.
want to hear the most fucked up part of this? So, I found a wallet in the play area, and I returned it to the principal, whatever, and I said, "Hey, here's a wallet. It has $202 in it. The ID is blah blah blah." And I gave it to them, and they were just like, "Oh my god, like we can't believe."
How much did you take?
Well, no, they were like, "I can't believe all the money's in it and everything else," and they like gave me some award or whatever, and I'm like, "Yeah, you gave the kid that you put in fucking timeout, the kid that actually did the right thing when everybody else around him was trying to say, keep the money, man, keep the money, keep the credit cards, keep this, blah blah blah," and I overcame peer pressure and I turned it in and blah blah blah. Anyway, long story short, come
You're
to
a
find
good dude.
out, it was the brother of one of my buddies at the time. And I was like, holy shit, small world. And I'll never forget because they lived in the most ugly fucking house I've ever seen in my life. It was
Was it
painted-
purple?
Yes, it actually was. That's exactly what I was going to say.
That
Purple
That's
and
it.
brown.
How did you know? It was like,
it just
yeah.
popped in my head because there's a purple house in Euless.
Is it really?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So this was in Hearst, and it was a purple house.
Of course it was in Hearst. There's some fucking
Were they
people in
Mexican?
Hearst.
They were,
Hispanic, Christina.
no, I think they were Vietnamese.
Hispanic,
They're Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Japanese?
Just saying.
Vietnamamese, not
Oh, okay.
Japanese.
I thought you said
Not dirty knees, Vietnamese.
Chinese?
No, Chinese, the wrong knees.
Stop being racist.
Dude, you're racist.
Oh God, we're going back to the racism again.
That's where we started. Might
we
as
did.
well
We
in there.
started
Yeah.
before
Okay.
we were live. It was all about racism.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Finish your story, Christina.
Which one? I started a few and then I stopped.
Go ahead.
We were talking about school there for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
she
ahead.
talked
And
about
paddles.
the nudist.
Okay.
And then we
the
talked about
nudist.
the nudist
Uh-huh.
and
Then she said paddles, and you said you didn't have it as
Uh,
hard. You said you didn't have. Did you not get the paddle? Did you get the hand? What'd you get?
no, I didn't. I did not get the paddle. I didn't get the hand.
wasn't-
I got in school
She wasn't
suspension.
thuggish like us. She didn't have thug life tatted on her chest.
No, I got in school and out school suspension.
See, of all the shit that I've done, I've never had either one of those.
Kind
I
of like
sure
that
did.
dude on We're the Millers. Regret.
Right.
Have you seen that movie?
I have.
Regret?
That was actually funny, but I forgot that part.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm terrible with that. With watching.
I'm
movies.
Scotty P. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, go ahead.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Go ahead.
Well,
So she
we
got
were-
in-school suspension. She got out-of-school suspension.
Right.
yeah,
Which
in
is worse?
school, out of school. Neither actually. They were both fine. I got to do whatever I wanted for the most part. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Out school,
Really?
to be honest with you, out school suspension, they shouldn't even have that because all kids do is just play around on their iPads, go outside, do whatever they want. They get to sleep in. It's not a punishment, especially now since everything's online.
So let me ask you: when you started teaching and stuff, was technology where it is now? Like, what did you see any trends change, or did you see any behavior changes and stuff like that? Obviously, how many years? You said 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I can tell. Yeah, I know there's a lot changed in that 6 years. I'm just curious what your aspect and what your perspective was.
Right. So I started in 2015. When I started, there were still textbooks in the classrooms.
Right.
And let's say 2016, 2017, they started to slowly pull them out. You know, we're not going to renew this volume. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. And then the books that they would have, there would be limited, like only 10 to 15. And they're for that classroom. They don't leave the classroom, you know.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You don't take them home with you. I don't even think that
Which is
the
good.
kid.
I never took mine home.
Yeah, right. They get damaged. The kids write in them, just et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, so that's just a huge change because when we were growing up, you had all of your books.
Yeah.
You carried them around with you everywhere
Always
you
in
went.
the backpack. I mean, I was getting a workout every single class when, 7, 8 periods, whatever, carrying around all my. I didn't believe in lockers, so I carried literally every book on me. So like, I don't want to go fucking.
I used to
stop
carry
at a
mine
locker.
with that belt.
The belt.
Yeah.
What belt?
Remember the belt that you wrap around the books? And
Oh yeah.
What? That's an actual thing? I thought that was like just some bullshit they threw in some movies.
I did that in the 70s.
What the fuck does the belt do anyway? What is the purpose of that? I don't
Hold the books
understand.
together.
They're already fucking together. They got glue and they're bound. What the fuck do you need a belt around?
No, all separate books.
Oh, I forget. You had like stones and shit back then, so they had to. They had a guy with a fucking chisel changing it.
No. I didn't have that.
So, did you help build Stonehenge, or how did?
No. I'm not that old, you know.
I know. I love you, bro.
Yeah. I'm not that old.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm only.
You're only as old as you feel.
Well,
And I know
right
some days that's older than others.
No shit.
Me too.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Some days it's like it's necessary to sit in that damn massage chair because I'm like, dude, I fucking feel like a Mack truck ran my ass over. I'm like, I felt like I ran 10 marathons. I'm going, what the why? I just woke up like that.
Right.
I'm like, was I fighting Martians and fucking
Mm-hmm.
Bigfoot and stuff in my dreams? Like, what the hell happened? Why am I so sore
Yeah,
and everything
no.
when I wake up?
So what else about you?
What else about
Hold on, we were
me?
going back to the whole technical thing. So what did you
What?
see? Yeah,
We're talking about the
that's right.
technical
That's right.
thing,
That's right.
getting the
I
books
forgot.
out of the
Sorry.
thing, we make it swirl, but I'll still
And then
I'll
we come
steer us
back,
back.
to
Yeah,
it.
I don't
We're
remember.
back to it. The biggest one for me was the cell phones, the classroom management.
Yeah,
and
tell
the
me
cell
about that
phones.
because like when I went to school, they said no cell phones at all,
yeah,
0.
no listening to music, no having your Game Boys or your handheld, whatever devices that were,
Right.
trending at the time. Yeah, no, I mean, I substituted a few days at the beginning of this school year. I saw kids bringing in their Nintendo Switches and having their Beats by Dre headphones, earbuds, just all of that stuff. Poor teachers up there like giving a lecture and everything, and she's interacting with the kids that are on the monitor because it's in class and it's home, and then like half of the class they're not even like attentive, like giving her their eye contact or anything. It was just like, wow. And then my role as a substitute, I'm just supposed to sit there, like, what am I doing? Like, I'm your classroom support. Like, I walk around and I basically just make sure everybody's got what they need on their desk, but it's not really for me to be like, oh, get off your device, because if I'm going to be doing that, I'm going to be doing that all
The
class
entire-
all class period. That's not even
So how do teachers deal with that? Like, what do they do, like, in that situation? Do they, like, put a box by the door so everybody's shit goes in this box and you can get it when you leave?
I've seen teachers try that. It can work, but it doesn't work for very long because you get the one class clown, you get the one rebel that's like, you know, I'm not gonna do it. It's mine. It's my property. I pay for it. My dad pays for it. My mom pays for it. Whatever. You know, you can call my mom. You can call my dad. And the parents call. You know, it's just.
So it's the battle you have is not only with the student, but it's also with their parent.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, you ain't gonna win that.
Yeah.
I hate
It's
to
not
say it. Yeah.
right. That phone, that device, that whatever that you're trying to control is not school property. Yeah.
I mean, to me, I'd be like, okay, parent of the year, tell me how the fuck is this, how is this gonna help their learning experience? Explain to me. Give me the scientific data. Then once you have that, then we'll talk. Until then, suck a bag of dicks. That would be me as a teacher. And if you want to fight this out, meet me in the back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, I'd be fucking fighting half the fifth grade's parents.
So yeah, it's
You'd be
sad.
You'd be throat punching.
Oh, I'd be throat punching like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as of right now, I can tell there's like nothing for substitute teachers to do when they go in there anymore. They're just basically like a great, grandiose, well-educated babysitter,
That's so
monitor.
sad.
You know,
Yeah.
it really is. It really is that all of that, you know, hard work and effort, and you're trying to make a difference, and you're just basically like the person in the room.
So let me ask you this: who was the well? First of all, who made you decide? Like, what was your influence in order to be a substitute teacher or a teacher?
Get into teaching.
Yeah.
I was in the RV industry for a few years.
How the hell did you go from RVs to teaching? Okay, I got to hear how this transitioned.
Yeah, there's always these transitions in life, I guess. Yeah, I was in the RV industry for about 2 or 3 years. I worked in the service department. I was a warranty administrator.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of fun. I learned a lot of, you know, mechanical jargon, whatever. And
So what's the best RV and what's ones not to buy? Because I may be in the market for that.
you should have caution with all of them, as far as I'm concerned. I saw a lot of things.
So fifth wheel, hitch, or straight up motorhome? Did you sell all three, or did you just?
Fifth wheel, bumper pull.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I recall any hitches or anything like that. But like your Winnebagos.
Okay,
your
so
Grand
you were like straight
Design.
up coaches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you didn't have the trailers, pull behinds, any of that sort of stuff, right? You were just strictly okay.
It was for a dealership.
Gotcha.
Right.
Well, a lot of
And,
RV dealerships and stuff sell all three, or it'll sell 2, or it'll sell 1, or whatever.
Right. But
Yeah.
what a lot of people don't really realize is when they go looking for an RV, like these are houses on wheels that they put together like extremely fast.
Yeah, that's what scares the shit out of me. Yeah.
And the majority of them are actually made in Indiana, which is extremely cold. RVs in the United States
Oh, okay.
predominantly come from the state of Indiana.
Yeah, we went from school teaching to RVs.
Oh, okay.
Follow along. Just
While
I'm
you
trying
were
to follow.
you were away.
while you were
Yeah.
away, we
While I was
totally
away.
went squirreled.
That's
But
fine.
we'll tie it in the end.
Yeah.
We always do.
Just wait, guys. Just wait. I know.
No,
Yeah.
we always do.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the RV. So what you said to misnomer is that they throw them all together and that they're in Indiana is where they're
Yeah.
built.
Assembly lines.
Assembly. Okay.
Yeah. And a lot of the Amish actually build them.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yes, I would.
They don't
trust-
use, but you said that they're put together fast, and Amish are not known to do anything fast because they can't use power tools, right?
No, I know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know exactly how that works, but that's what I heard from
love to go
other
see
people.
What?
I'd love to go see that, the Amish actually putting together, Winnebago or a RV.
Oh, yeah.
There was, in fact, there was a dealer. There was somebody that used to sell to our dealership. I can't remember the name, but they were strictly Amish.
Okay, so in that instance, I would buy from them. Because I know the Amish are, like, the stuff that they build is built to last.
Yeah.
It's not built to fall apart like everything else that's ever manufactured, especially shit that's made in China.
But some goofy stuff still happened. I'm not gonna lie.
Like what?
You have to be careful of all of them. The one of them that I can recall that came from the Amish, the floor in the slide out had basically rotted out. Right? It came to the dealership with
Already?
the floor already so damaged that when we walked in to do our inspection, kind of went partially through the floor.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So what was the cause? What was the deal? What was I mean, obviously it's a defect, but how,
Right.
what happened?
So because they're made in a lot of these colder climates, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can have things happen like where maybe they had the slide out open, they didn't have proper covers to get the rain out and from going in between the walls, things like that. So it gets in between things, under things, in things, and it ships, and then that's how it ends up the way it did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was looking at some pull behinds. I was looking at some fifth wheels, and then I was like, well, do I want to do the whole motorhome thing? And then I'm like, or thing with a motorhome, then you got to tow the vehicle that you want to drive around behind it. And I'm like, I'd rather just have my Tundra with a fifth wheel or something, and then that way I can, wherever I'm at, I can just unhitch it, take off with the truck, and then I'll have a vehicle.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like going, well, can I tow behind and then a boat? Because I'm like, I'm going to need the boat. And then I learned that in Texas, I think there's 42 feet or something like that, or 50 feet is the limit
I think so.
lengthwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm like, fuck, well, then that kind of deters what pull behind I get.
Right.
So then I was like, okay. But yeah, I've been looking for a while. My parents' next door neighbor had you remember the Bluebird? You remember the school buses?
Yeah.
They converted a school bus into, and they called it My Hotel.
Yeah.
And they turned it into
So
a
jelly.
straight up RV. And obviously with that body and that suspension, it's made to resist rollovers and everything else. And it was the craziest thing to see. Had shower in there, had bedrooms in there, had kitchen in there. I'm like going, this is a fucking school bus. Like, what the hell? It was the ugliest thing ever.
They're doing it though. That's what
Yeah.
that's the cool
Yeah.
thing to do is get a school bus, gut it out, make it your own. Yeah.
Yeah. I know somebody in Florida that did that.
Oh, really?
Not a school. What was it? No, it wasn't a school bus. It was like one of those Amazon delivery vans.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
which one I was gonna say they use couple different ones. Whereas
It was a.
it wasn't like the UPS one.
I think it
Box
was.
truck, was it?
No, it was. I think it was a Mercedes.
Oh, dude, those are I hate to say it. I own a Mercedes. I hate to say it, but the Mercedes Sprinters suck.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. That's. Yeah.
Okay, so here's a backstory on that. So, Mercedes, the Sprinters or whatever, I forget what the
Right.
actual name is. Chris, who's on my Facebook page, can correct me or whatever. I don't care. They have the same wheelbase as a normal Mercedes, and it's built on that wheelbase. But the Dodge, I think it is, has the wider wheelbase, and it's built on that wider wheelbase. If you ever see one of those Mercedes motorhomes or whatever on a highway, they look like you could just flick it and it'll flip over.
Look at that. Christina's watching.
Mm-hmm.
Christina's
yeah?
watching too.
Is she watching?
Yeah, she's watching. She just came in.
I am. I'm tuning in to the show from the show. Hey,
Wow, neat.
you know what? This technology is just so much. It can kind of be a little much for me. I'm like, wow, this is cool.
Yeah, so tell us about your AT&T.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this was the last night's rant.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm gonna go ahead.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
So got the fiber optic AT&T internet yesterday, right? Apartment is supposed to be, built for this. And the guy comes in and he starts asking me these questions. He's like, "All right, well, where do we put the modem?" And I'm like, "I don't." He's like, "Well, do you have the modem?" I was like, "No, I thought you had the modem." And I know we're already off to a bad start. And then he's like, "Well, it should have came to your house." And I was
Off
like,
to a bad start. No, we're not.
"Well,
Just keep going.
no. I didn't mean like that. I meant me with the guy, not
Oh,
having, not
I
having,
thought- I
not
thought
having
you
this
meant
modem.
this.
No, not having this modem.
Oh, my bad.
Wasn't
And,
that like one of the
Sorry.
first questions they ask you? Do you have a modem?
He's like, well, where does the modem go? And then he's like, okay, well, where is the modem? And I'm like, well, those are both very good questions, sir. I don't have the answer.
Yeah.
And
I don't have the answer to any of them.
no, none of them.
Ask me another one.
And that's right. And so it had been shipped to the house. Got to go to the Amazon center, go pick it up, come back,
Right.
and open it up. I'm like, is this it? Because I don't know what we're looking for. And he's like, yeah, that's it. Blah blah blah. And then he's like, well, where do you think we're gonna hook this up? And I'm like, well,
You should have said, bend over, I'll show you.
I mean that
Shove that modem right up his ass.
Yeah.
that would have been
Be
good
like, you're
too.
the expert, fucker. You tell me.
Yeah.
I know, right? Why are you asking me all of these questions? I mean, I guess I look like I might.
You should have been like, you should have looked him straight in his face and just like been serious and been like, would you like nuclear launch codes too?
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, fuck you very much. You go find that shit.
yeah. He's like asking me all these questions, and I didn't know the answer. And then I'm thinking, okay, well, the last time I remember this stuff being plugged up, there was like some kind of jack in the wall. So I'm like, hey, there's a phone jack. There's a couple of phone jacks over there. He's like, that should work.
Right.
And then he's like, actually, in most of these houses, it's in the closet. And I was like, oh Jesus, because my closet's the mecca for don't go in there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She opens
All
that
right.
door and shit goes avalanche.
Kind of like in the Mask movie when he put all that money in the closet, and when you opened it, all the money came out.
I wish I had that problem. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah. Go ahead,
But anyway,
Christina.
yes.
Sorry, squirrel.
Squirrel.
I have Japanese money. I have Japanese money in my closet. I realized that yesterday. That's kind of what fell out of the avalanche. Was
Wonder if
Chinese?
I'm like,
God,
or Chinese.
Here he goes.
Hey, if
kidding.
you have me come back on the show, I'll
Vietnamese?
bring it. I'll
bring it.
bring the money, and we
Bring
can.
it.
I've been telling
we can
Patrick we need to have
decide.
show and tell.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Like, let's have adult.
Yeah, we adult show and tell.
Yeah.
This.
What is this?
What is this?
This is.
What does this do?
These are little
is
strips that you
I
put the
heart
blood on
Rita's.
for diabetes.
I genuinely don't know what the hell this thing is. What is this?
That is called.
A foot scrubber.
No, it's a pumice stone. And let me tell you a little interesting fact about that. This little gem you're holding. in
Oh
your hand.
God.
Yes, to Patrick's point, you can use it on your feet.
Yeah.
But however, when you have a husky, their hair goes
the mic.
fucking everywhere, and their hair gets embedded in the fibers. So like these foam cushions and all the stuff around you.
Yeah.
A few of them had fallen, and because they had glue and stuff on them, her hair had stuck to it like white on rice. No, that's not racist either.
Yeah.
Patrick.
Right rice.
I wasn't going to say anything about raisins.
I know. I was just waiting because you said everything earlier, so I figured I was.
I didn't
only
say
par for the
anything
course.
earlier. I didn't say
So anyway, so you use that stone and you actually brush it, and all of the hair comes completely off. It's like magic. And so when you have a car or vehicles and her hair just decides to embed, yes. She's over here like, let me see this magical stone you speak of. Does it
Let's
get
see how
lit?
this works, huh?
Look, no lid.
I mean, it's
On a black
honestly-
shirt, look,
I
no
mean,
lid.
yeah. I mean,
Look, this
it's-
is you just learned something, people.
It is working. So if you don't have one of those
Look,
rollers,
if you don't have a lint
have
roller,
a
bam,
pumice stone,
pumice stone, multi-purpose, bitches.
Yeah.
problem
We
solved.
just did an infomercial for pumice stone,
Yeah. Wonder
We
if they'll
did.
pay us.
right?
Be cool if they paid us.
No kidding.
Andy
Yep.
says, "I need that for my hat."
Yeah.
Oh, look. Tara Woodley says, "Awesome, great tip. I'm going to use that for my with my
Tara
membership."
Woodley. Hello, Tara.
I remember her.
You remember Tara?
I remember
Yeah.
Tara. Yeah. The
Well, welcome Andy and Tara to the show.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't even know you guys were on. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
very.
But yeah, it's
cool.
funny how that pumice stone thing kind of transpired. I actually used it on Andy. You were in the studio on Monday. Remember all the tiles that had fallen and stuff like that? Yeah. So I used the pumice stone to get all of freaking Willow's hair out of all the foam because it was just like,
Wow.
yeah, I'd have been there like an hour literally trying to pick all the hair out. And I just used that thing and it all
You went
came off.
in between every single one of
So
the
what
lines?
happened? Well, no, they had fallen. And so once they hit the ground, it was game over.
Oh.
Then her laying around and everything else, hair every freaking where.
Her
so.
everywhere.
Her
Yeah.
Her.
Tara says she watches all the time and don't say nothing. And tonight, it's really great. You should have her on again. Well, yeah, we're going to have Christina on.
Thank you.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
we like to.
We've had so much fun since even before we started airing. We've just been having a good time.
You know,
So.
Well, she got to actually experience
We need
the
to have
clean
Tara
house.
on here. Yeah. We need to have Tara on, too.
She didn't
I
get to
agree.
experience the construction zone that's been my house for the last, God bless, how many months, years.
Who? Who?
Christina.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, looking outside of the window right now, I mean, you still
God.
it's a godforsaken mess,
It
but
is.
we're not looking at somebody else's house just yet. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, not yet.
not yet.
Yeah.
No.
Not yet.
Kind of a bummer.
All right, go ahead. Finish your modem story.
Yes, the modem.
Oh, the modem story.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
squirrel.
The
So you're
the
like,
pumice.
you got this
The
closet.
pumice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes into my closet. We find
Did he
the
pull out a
weird
pumice
money.
stone?
I just, I felt a little bit uncomfortable because, this is my where I hide all my, this is like my stash. This is like where all my like stuff that I haven't dealt with in like a few years is, there's all kinds of weird, I might even find a figurine of E.T. in there for all I know. I don't really know.
That reminds me, the next time Spectrum comes here, I'm gonna plant weird random shit. They're gonna think like we're either CIA, FBI, something.
No, we need to get some of that money that she has, that Chinese money, and
Yeah, we'll get some of that Chinese,
and
Japanese.
what if be the same Spectrum dude, that comes in and everything?
I need to
Oh, I
bring
saw
it.
this at Christina's place. Yeah, okay.
All right, so your
I'm
story.
not kidding you.
What?
Yes. Okay.
ahead.
All right. So
Sorry.
yeah. So I apologize to the guy. He's in there. He's doing his thing. I'm like, surely you've been in worse closets than this, huh? And he's like, yeah, I've been doing this about 6 months. Yeah, this is nothing. And I'm like, good. I feel pretty bad about that because literally I got the house, the pets, everything ready for this guy. Well, anyways, just so everybody knows, when they come to your house to set you up with the new fiber optic stuff, guess what else they're trying to do?
What are they trying to do? They're trying to upsell you? What are they
Yes. Did you know that installation
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
went from being a 15 to 30 minute install
Uh-huh.
to like 45 minutes to an hour because
Right.
he wanted me to get in touch with my cell phone company, find
You
out.
hadn't experienced our installs here.
No.
Ours, literally, I said, you better clear off your whole fucking day. They literally were here for 8 fucking hours. No bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to sell you shit.
No, not trying to sell.
Trying to
Oh,
fix it.
just,
Trying to fix it.
Well-
like, literally, this was like level tier 2 support.
Yeah.
And this guy's going, scratching his head going, dude, he goes, I've never seen anybody try to set up what you're setting up. He goes, the most networks I've ever seen is 3 and you have 15. He's like going, I don't even know what to do. Oh, yeah, so go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, no.
Yes,
Well-
that's why when Patrick was telling me that story, I was like, oh, I can definitely relate.
It was a lot. Just trying to find out what kind of deal that they could get me, and then showing me how it's on an app on my phone now, and I can monitor the speed, and I can do this, and I can see how many devices on it, and I can change my username and my password and do all this stuff. And I'm just sitting here going, what the hell, man? Like, dude, this is crazy. I feel like Marty McFly and Doc like need to take me back to
Oh, yeah. To 85? We,
yeah,
okay. I was...
you and I were talking about this last night. The VCRs,
Right.
remember? Be kind, rewind. Do you remember
Yeah,
those
yeah.
stickers?
Yeah.
Yes, I was the one I said,
Yeah.
were you kind and rewind?
Be kind, rewind.
Yeah.
That was the thing. It was on stickers on VHS tapes when you would rent them from Blockbuster.
So what I didn't tell you, because when you were talking about that last night, it totally sparked a like a story that happened to me, and I will never freaking forget this. So we had moved up to Missouri in St. Charles area. We had like 25 acres. It was beautiful land and everything else. We were on top of a mountaintop overlooking like the whole entire area, basically. But we had a VCR, and we decided this was when Titanic came out, right? And so my parents were like, oh, I want to see this movie, blah, 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 blah. So, and it was like, I think it was 2 or 3 tapes. It wasn't just one tape because it's such a long fucking movie. Was it 2 hours? 2 tapes, yeah.
2 tapes.
So I'll never forget our fucking VCR decided to not only eat the tape, started shooting out the tape out of the fucking VCR. So we're like watching this and all of a sudden, whoosh.
Oh, no.
That was the ghosts of Titanic.
Yeah.
It might have been.
Pulling the shit out of the.
And so
VCR.
we're like, what do we do? What do we do? We finally get this damn. We had to unplug it. We ended up having to use a butter knife to pry the thing up so that we could pull this thing out. And then we tried our best to sit there with a fucking pencil or whatever, like one of those. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Trying to rewind this thing because we're like, this thing is fucked. Like, there's nothing we can do. So we call up the place, and I shit you not, they're like, well, sir, that's a new release. It's going to cost you $800 and some change. And I go,
$800?
I go, $800 for a fucking VCR tape?
VCR. I thought you were talking about the movie.
No. The movie. The movie VCR tape. Yes. They said that's how much we pay for a new release. And I'm like going, are you fucking...
That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
That's a lot of money.
And then it got me thinking, I'm like going, so every new release, is that like roundabout how much they pay for each one of those VCRs or whatever? Or is that like $850 is the allotment, and that's, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they were wanting to charge us $850, and I was like,
It's a damn crime.
I was like, yeah.
Now you can get them for $5.
Yeah, no shit, right?
If that.
If that, it's free.
You can get the...
Get
Actually, it's free because nobody can
Yep.
play them. Nobody's got a VHS player anymore.
I got VHSs.
You do?
Yeah, my kids.
I was gonna say I converted all my VHS stuff that I had because I was really big into film even at a young age back in mini DV days, and Patrick actually found my box of
No, I don't want to look on those. Let's see what's on
Street Races. He's like, oh shit. He opens the box, he's like, oh fuck, closes it. He's like, I don't even want to know what's on here.
Nope. Mm-mm. All right, so finish your modem story.
Modem
or your
AT&T.
app.
Oh, your app that you can look and
Is it your app?
Yeah, it's really cool. Kind of over my head still, but I can appreciate it. You know, I'm not gonna lie. It's just so different from everything that we started with. But here,
I know.
I mean, just look at this room. Look at this padded room that we're in, and all of the gadgets that are
That's what we
at our
joke
disposal.
We joke about, we're like, we're literally we're making the grid run overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With all the electronics, all the computers, all the screens, all the
But why the green neon lights flashing on the ceiling?
It's comforting.
Oh, that's lasers. That's
lasers. I
that's
can pick
Patrick
that
and
up.
his lasers.
Okay.
The-
I just asked.
See,
So
look.
the LEDs weren't enough,
Oh.
so he wanted lasers too.
They're gone now.
So in case y'all can't see, the whole room is literally surrounded by LEDs. I got LEDs in the chair. We got LEDs
Hey, look, it's
on
your
the
new neighbors.
desk.
Look it's your new neighbors. Your new neighbors. They're checking out the house. Look at, see it? They got their baby in a carriage.
Oh my
Look at-
God! Really?
I'm not kidding you. These people are literally walking around out in the field
What the fuck?
with their baby. They got a
she was
baby carriage.
joking.
I'm literally not joking with you right now. They are. Look at. It's like the sun's going down. They're like, let's go walk around this empty development with our baby. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, that's smart. Hey, Andy wants to know when the hell.
Yeah, I was gonna post that. I was waiting for an opportunity to talk
Yeah.
about it. He said, "When the fuck did you put that fireplace back there?" And he's laughing and rolling. Bro, we're trying to keep up with old Rogan, our old buddy
No.
Joe Rogan.
It's cold in here.
Yeah, it's
So-
cold in here, so we figure we needed a fireplace.
Right. And Tara,
It makes
yeah,
it
we'll let
homey.
you know when.
Look,
It
look
makes
at
it
that. Look
homey.
at that, guys. Isn't that homey and like just comforting? You just want to come hang out in this studio.
How about this? What would you put in your padded box?
Right, exactly. That's a great question to ask the audience. What would you put in your padded cell?
Andy will say balls.
Right? Andy says so bougie.
Or Tara, what would, what Christina asked.
So Tara, Andy, or whoever else is listening, because I see there's a bunch of y'all listening that aren't. Some of y'all are just.
Yeah, y'all need to start talking up.
I know
Yeah,
y'all are
need to
just
talk,
listening.
ask
Y'all ain't
Christina
talking.
questions. Go ahead.
What would y'all put in your padded cell?
Oh, is that her? That's her question to everybody?
Yep.
Yeah, that is
Question
that is.
the
What
audience.
I
All right.
genuinely want to know. What would you put in your padded cell if you were in a room such as us right now? Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna bring something in here next time. I'm gonna think about what that is.
Yeah,
Whose phone?
that'd be mine.
Really?
Do we have a
Sorry, I was
fridge?
seeing if we.
A what?
Do y'all have a fridge in here?
Not in here.
Not yet.
Remember earlier?
We do.
I don't know what my connection is today with a fridge. Having a
Fridge, cats.
Oh yeah, cats. Cats and fridge.
Catches and fridges.
Oh, and Andy said he'd have a hookah.
Oh,
A hookah.
Cody Petrie, I know you listening to this, and I know you don't ever comment. Bring the fucking hookah. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna text him, make his ass come over here with a hookah.
When? Right now?
Yeah, right now.
All right.
You know, hookahs are actually great. It's been a long time since I've tried one of those. If you get a really good tobacco,
Yeah.
they taste really good. But I'm telling you, those coals, if they fall off of that thing, they can
why
burn
you
your
have that
floor.
That's why you have that foil. And I don't care if it burns the floor. I'm already replacing all the flooring in here anyway.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know.
So
because-
I actually have a wine cooler downstairs that is converted to a beverage fridge.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, I know.
Yeah.
And actually, Patrick.
All right. So Tara, hold on, just a minute.
Go ahead.
Tara said probably the granddaughters, the ones got her driver. Who got her driver license?
And has like 3 accidents. What? Oh yeah, bring her on the show.
Oh, look at that! Look at Hershey. Hey, Ray.
What? Raymond's in here. What's up, Raymond, bro? God, we've talked about you so many podcasts, and you had no idea because you've never tuned in.
That's how he,
What's up, bro?
Christina. That's how he talks.
Really?
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, there you go.
Andy, he says single hose though. Hey, Andy, they make different tips for it, so we can have multi hose. So we'll bring it in the next studio. We'll have it ready for you when you're here on Monday.
Hose.
Not HOES, HOSE.
I
Different hose for different area
Look at
codes.
that. Ray said that he would have chains, whips, chips, dips.
What?
chains, whips, chips, and dip. Man.
Where the fuck is that? Oh yeah, there it is. Like
I just added the rest of that because that
I
was.
was gonna say, I was
what do you
like-
call it Weird Science.
Okay.
That was Weird Science. Oh God, I feel old.
Great movie.
It
Great
is.
movie.
You remember when?
Bill Paxton was in that movie. when he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
younger.
he was the piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. The
Yeah.
older brother.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, that's what she told his parents. Remember? It's not, at the party,
Yeah.
the soiree.
Right.
It's not,
Soiree.
Yeah.
like, you know.
Good movie. I need to watch that. again.
Chains, whips, chips, dips, candle wax on the nipples, shit like that.
Nice.
That's what.
Sounds like a Friday night. It's only fucking Wednesday.
It is a Friday night. It
Right.
is.
I like that.
What's up, my people? Y'all need to come over. The house is clean. Let's go play some pool.
The house is clean.
That's right.
The construction is done because I'm fucking tired of it.
Right, right.
I finally said, fuck it. I know it's not done yet, but you know what? I'd rather have my furniture where it belongs than fucking scattered throughout the house. Yeah.
That's right. Absolutely.
Oh, wait, here we go.
Are they, what, Tara?
Yeah, Tara said, if you want to watch a current show that will take you back to the 80s, watch Stranger Things. I love that show. Yeah, it did. Some of the music beds and stuff.
Agree 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aren't they supposed to have another new season that is to be released, but it got delayed because of COVID.
Right.
Speaking of COVID,
Yep.
Raymond says, you want to talk about vaccine tonight? I had a customer ask me if I had my shots like I'm a damn German Shepherd or some shit. Raymond, did you show him your shot record?
That sounds like Raymond. Yeah, it does.
And he said, got the kid, trying to get him down. Sorry if I don't answer quick or miss some questions. Hey, it's all good, bro. We appreciate you listening in.
Yep.
And participating.
And participating. That is the key.
Okay, so what's the next question you want to ask these people?
You know, part of participation is party.
Yeah, it is.
Woo, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Said the teacher.
Word.
Yep.
Oh.
You know who parties the most and the hardest?
Teachers.
Teachers, hands down. And you know that's right.
So, next to that.
So how you doing over there with that Topo Chico and that margarita?
The Topo Rita.
Topo Rita, like she invented her own little drink over here, and I'm like kind of fascinated.
I cannot take credit for it. I learned it from my boss. Okay?
Oh yeah, okay.
The boss.
Y'all actually sell that?
La Jefa.
La Jefa?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all actually sell it?
We
Wait,
do. We do
female?
sell it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
The law, I got
The La.
Yeah.
And then Jefa. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Feminine.
Making sure. I didn't want to assume.
Right.
We had Jasmine.
She identifies as a female. Boss.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had Jasmine earlier, so I never know nowadays.
Jasper.
Jasper.
It was Jasper.
Why'd you
Let's
say
see.
Jasmine?
I don't know.
That's
Jasmine's
my dog's name.
Is it?
How'd you know that?
That's what it was.
You were picking
I was picking it up.
EVP. It was your third eye.
It was my third eye, see?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
He says, yeah, my parvo and my rabies. See, Raymond, why I want you on the show?
Yeah.
You don't want to. You don't want to get parvo, man. That's some hard shit to get over.
Yeah, it is.
I almost got this dog. Oh, my God. It was a German Shepherd, speaking of Raymond.
No, I was talking about me personally.
You had parvo?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
No, wait.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, hey. Hold the train. Back up. Wait, what? How? I didn't even know humans can.
Humans can totally get parvo.
What the fuck? How does it? What does it do? How does it affect? Like,
Yeah.
explain.
We'll see what the audience has to say. Anybody out there ever had parvo?
Wait, did you have parvo?
Ray
You said
did.
you had parvo.
Did
So what
Ray?
happened?
It was hard.
Well, let me know. I want to hear what happened.
That's
Well,
I'm
she wants to know if anybody else has had it.
I think you might be the only one. I think you might be the lone soldier.
You're welcome.
what?
Am I
I'm gonna fact.
corona?
I want to fact check it. Can
I don't think humans can get parvo.
Humans.
I think it is a freaking dog disease. So anyway, while she's fact checking this shit, her own story.
Oh, yeah. So Tara said no, but
Oh, wow.
I've
Tara
lost
said
3 different puppies over the years to it.
So Tara,
Wow.
that's actually the story I was going to say. So I found this rescue. It was a German Shepherd that looked like a tiger. It had the same striping as like a tiger. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And I was just like, as soon as I like met it, and they had an area where you could like interact with the dog, whatever. And I was like, oh my God, I love this dog. Blah blah blah. And then I asked like about adoption. And then they called me the next day, and they're like, yeah, that dog has parvo, and we had to put it down. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's
I was like, you
terrible.
could have told me that before. I was like falling in love with this damn thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
then it was like the most heartbreaking thing ever. I was like, because I had my expectations. I was like, oh, I'm bringing this dog home. Like, it's gonna be freaking awesome. Blah blah blah. Yeah, he didn't make it.
So
So, what is your fact?
Okay,
What does
so what
your
is-
facts say?
actually, to my surprise, humans can get parvo. That's what it says.
Okay, so shit. Now you
Up
make me
to how common are parvovirus infections? Up to 50% of adults and 85% of older people in the U.S. have had parvovirus B19 infection.
So what happens when you have that?
It says most experience 0 or mild symptoms.
Kind of like what they said about COVID.
Is it
before
like,
it started.
did you die?
It says it's spread through the nasal mucus, spit, or saliva, can be spread through airborne droplets. Kind of like our COVID, issue we got going on there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It Human to dog. Oh, here's what it causes: swollen joints, fatigue, fever, headache, upset stomach, arthritis. Fifth disease, also known as slapped cheek. Slapped cheek disease.
Slap cheek disease.
I had that before, and I think it was caused by an ex-girlfriend. But
Say that.
I was gonna say
I
something.
know we were all thinking it.
Yeah. I was gonna say something.
Yeah.
Raymond says, "Better get your parvo shots, peeps."
Y'all better get your
Hey,
don't
better
just be
add
worried
that
about
to your
COVID.
shot list.
That's right. Get your COVID and your parvo shots, y'all.
So when
Serious.
next time somebody asks for like my vaccine, can I put all my shots on there? Tequila, Jaeger, Goldschlager. Does that have to be signed by my bartender?
Holy, okay. The slap cheek. Here's what the slap cheek is. It's a
What?
rash. It's a rash that they get that's so bad on their face that it looks like somebody slapped.
Damn right.
That's kind of like
Hey.
when Molly was younger. She ate a lot of pineapple and a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of whatever. But anyway,
Is that
we were trying
citric
to
acid?
figure out what was on her tongue, and we took her to the doctor, and said nothing. Don't worry about it. Took her to another doctor, and said she had geographical tongue.
Yeah, it's geographically located in your fucking mouth. What kind of dipshit fucking stupid doctor? What fucking quack did you find
Dude,
on Harry
I'm
Hines?
telling you. I'm telling you. And it was the shape of Australia.
So would it be a
You can
geographically
even ask Molly.
Australian?
If Molly's on, Molly can tell you. Well, I don't know if
Come on,
she would-
Molly. Does your tongue look like Australia?
Molly, I need to know about your geographically located tongue.
She had geographical tongue. Shit.
So was it geographically located in Australia, or where was it? Or was it geographically located in her mouth?
No,
I'm assuming it's in her mouth. It doesn't detach, does it?
No.
Did you visit Chernobyl at any time?
No. No, seriously. It is. Look it up. Geographical tongue.
Okay,
And it's gonna
guys.
say, yeah,
let's
dumbass,
educate-
it's geographically located in your fucking mouth.
No. It's.
See, hashtag moron.
All right.
Here, let me.
This is important.
I'll do it.
Geographic.
Raymond says it's
Cool.
definitely
It
in her
pulled
mouth.
up. I typed in geographical and it pulled up tongue. This is more common than we realize.
I told you.
No, that's because they're always listening.
It's very
phone is
common. More than 3 million U.S. cases a year.
So are they all geographically located in Australia? Or where? Are they geographically
Take you to
located?
Australia.
Did
I've already been.
you?
Good day, mate.
Good night, mate. Put another shrimp on the barbie.
You know,
Alright.
you know what? There is
Not to piss
no.
off my foreign friends. Still love you guys. I know our accents are horrible.
Do you know that you cannot say good, I might, without saying or without sounding like you're from Australia? Holy buckets! Those
Well,
pictures of geographical tongue are intense.
Do they have ones that are shaped of Texas? I want one of those kind of tongues.
Someone's got Van Gogh tongue.
Ooh, Van Gogh. What about
Right
Starry
there, look
Nights?
at
It
Starry
is.
Nights.
It's like.
Did they have Starry Nights? That'd be fucking
I have a
awesome.
starry night tongue. You want to go out sometime?
Man, that'd be a great pickup line. Hey, baby, you want to see my Leonardo da Vinci tongue? I can paint it for you later.
Oh my!
Buddy!
You see me laughing?
Oh, I can paint by numbers.
Oh my God! Shit.
Sorry, folks.
Oh no, that was good. That was real good. You probably turned somebody on.
All right, ladies. Let me know in your comments how you feel about that.
Start trying to be the love doctor.
That's right.
No, it's Dr. Phil. Get it right.
No, it's not Dr. Phil. It's what was that guy's name on Ladies Man?
Raymond says too much lag to have a conversation. Bro, you need to get on your Wi-Fi and your high speed. If you have high speed, there's like literally no lag.
Just get on your phone, man.
Well, it depends on what his phone and it's, He's in
If
Copper
his
King.
phone-
He's over by my parents.
Well, if his phone is anything like his laptop, it's a piece of shit.
Oh
Hey,
man,
like
God,
that,
that
Raymond.
fucking laptop. Oh my God.
He's gonna come back with some smart ass remark.
And I feel horrible too, because like I literally went with Raymond to buy that at Fry's, which no longer
Wow.
fucking exists.
Wow.
And it was like the best of the best at the time. He says,
Just like your car.
oh.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
okay. That's okay. That's all right. Hey. I
So it
deserve
was, in Raymond's defense, it was the primo, like, badass, like, laptop at the
Right,
time. And he
right.
paid a fucking pretty penny for it. Problem was, Apple has just exponentially grown, and that laptop is, because they've kept changing their software, I think it was a motherboard or something like that, just can't support the drivers and all that stuff, and it just... The screen keeps going black. It's terrible. It needs to go in the garbage.
Yep.
Or be a paperweight.
Yeah. I'm getting Weber. Hey,
Meanwhile, this motherfucker's ordering a 32-inch shifter for his 32 coupe.
Christina,
What?
you want my Whopper?
You know, I'm not a huge fan of Whoppers, but I
You
do
want
see
some M&M?
I do see you have M&Ms, and those are
Uh-oh,
good.
Tara's talking sexually.
Uh-oh. It's the cougar.
Woodley.
She says,
Tara's
"That's
a
so
cougar."
funny.
Ooh.
This
She's a
is
cougar.
great. I got a new code words that I can use with him in front of the daughter, and she'll never know what we're talking about. Just tell him I'm going to visit the land down under, and he can paint me a starry night. Booyah! You never thought you were going to learn from this show.
Look at you now. Look what this show can do for
Look at this.
you.
We just contributed to your life.
Yeah.
That is absolutely right.
That's fucking greatness, right?
That's pretty good.
Thank you, Terry. I'm Tara. Sorry. I'm glad that we could be of use, of service.
Assistance.
I mean, she just put that together and
Right?
ran.
Laying down under and
Well, she's an Aries. She's quick-witted.
Yep.
So.
So going to her point. So whenever I was in the restaurant industry, one of the first restaurant jobs I ever had was working at Outback Steakhouse. This was in Missouri. I was actually 15 at the time. And I'll never forget my first day, the bartender walks up to me and he's like, "Hey, do you like cherries?" And I'm like thinking it's some kind of a fucking sick, like twisted, I'm like waiting for the punchline, right? And I'm like, I kind of like stood back. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, and he hands me like this fucking glass of cherries, right? And I was like, I'm still kind of suspect at this time, right? Because I don't know this guy. And I knew he was a bartender, so I was like, okay, so it's probably laced with something. Like, it's probably got something, like, not laced as far as drugs, but, like, laced with alcohol or something, whatever. Or marinated, better word. And so I took one, and it was fucking, he put 151. And he had soaked him the entire shift.
Wow.
So I took one at 15. I was like, whoa, shit. But then, so here's where it goes to code words. So, so we started like putting dishes and like everything away at night, right? I flipped one of the containers and it said made in Sheboygan, and I was like going, bro, that's our fucking code word. And he looks at me like, code word for what? And I go, for fucking sex, like when we're talking about chicks. And I'm like, and we go, man, I'd really like to take that girl to Sheboygan. Yeah, and it was so funny because nobody knew what the fuck we were talking about except for the people in the small circles.
Right.
We, like, totally talked about people in front of them, and they had no fucking clue.
Did you ever ask a girl if she wanted to go with you to Sheboygan?
Sheboygan. Sorry, I screwed up. Yeah, Sheboygan. Mm-hmm. I did. And she ended up going to Sheboygan with me. At her house.
So it works.
It did work.
Okay.
She wanted to be privy to the code word.
Okay.
Hey, and she was a Native American. She was actually Indian.
Wow.
Oh,
But, like, you would have never known.
that's
Okay.
racist.
Shut up.
So,
Oh, a feather,
okay.
not dot. Sorry. Big difference between the Indian culture.
So you had a Sheboygan powwow.
I did. I had a powwow at her house.
Mm-hmm.
We sat around, smoked peace pipes. We went to the land down under, and we painted Van Gogh.
Some Starry Night.
Some Starry Nights. It was beautiful. Man, Sheboygan. What a great fucking place.
There's a few places that have some.
I'm
great
actually
names.
speechless right now.
What are some other places that just sound so dirty?
That was one of them, Sheboygan.
Sheboygan, definitely.
Yeah. I was just like, that just sounds fucking...
Like, hey, you want to go with me
Hoboken?
to what's another one? There's a few.
Hoboken. No, sounds like poking.
I do know that there's a town called Hooker.
Hooker?
And yes, when I used to drive from Texas to North Dakota to go visit family, because that's where I'm from, I used to drive.
Wait,
I
where
think
are
it
you
was
from?
North Dakota.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh.
A.
Eh?
Ah.
I went to school, like, literally border of fucking North Dakota. Or, no, South Dakota. One of the Dakotas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm so geography declined in, like, that fucking whole area aspect.
Use your,
Iowa, South, North Dakota.
use your geographical tongue. You got this. You got this.
So I was up at Northwest Missouri State University. So it's north of Missouri. Like, it's very much, like, literally on the border.
Okay.
Nebraska, and I want to say South Dakota. Like, all right there. But, yeah.
Nice.
Cold as fucking hell. It sucked. I literally remember riding my bike, pedaling, and going fucking nowhere because the wind. They say the Windy City in Chicago and stuff like that. No, the wind was fucking horrible. But yeah, it was.
It's just windy up there in general.
Yeah.
It is, and then you combine the negative below zero temperature and the snow drifts, and you put that all together, and it's the perfect storm for freeze your ass off.
You know what's funny? So like that's I think where it started when I went to college up there, where I literally had the windows open and there was snow fucking coming in. Like that's when I started the whole subarctic. Like I gotta sleep with it 20 below zero inside my bedroom, which is why I have my own AC unit inside my bedroom because I'm like, I gotta have it like 60 degrees or less. But yeah, it started with college, and that's also where my sleep deprivation started, was in college. So
It's a lot of people.
Domino's delivered till 3 a.m.
Not anymore.
No, in
Midnight
in
now.
my college days. So I would literally order, like, and of course they used our school card. So I would just charge it to the card, get pizzas and wings and all that shit, and just have them delivered to the freaking room at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was great.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it got real bad because I made $800 a week in college doing abso-fucking-lutely nothing because you remember the Napster days? You remember
Oh, yeah.
high speed? Yeah. So I created a local area network, and I was able to interact with all the computers on the campus. Well, I could allow access or I could deny access. And I only allowed access to people that I either knew or congregated with or had. There you go. So, and then I set I was one of the only ones with a DVD and CD burner, too. So I set my computer to allow them access to that drive so they could not only find the songs that they wanted, they could actually drag it to the CD burner, which always had a CD in it, to be burned. They could burn it themselves, and I would literally hand it to them, $8. I went through a spindle, like, literally in about 3-4 days. So you're talking to spindles, 100 songs, so $800. So I was making that in like 4 days. So I was making like $1,500-$1,600 a
That's
week.
not bad.
Yeah, for doing literally nothing.
Burning CDs because you
And I wasn't
knew
even
how.
the one
Yeah.
burning them. I was the one just putting the CD in the slot. They were the one doing all the work. They were the one choosing the songs. They were the one doing all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really cool until Metallica and Dr. Dre both decided they were going to sue me.
Yeah.
And I
You
was
personally?
like, yes, me personally. And that was back in the Napster and all that sort of stuff days. So what I used to do is I used to log into somebody's computer, like wherever.
Steal all their music.
Well, no, steal their whole entire computer.
Oh God.
I wouldn't even like take. I wasn't like picky on the files. I
I
would
start
just.
calling you Zuckerberg.
I used
Kind
to.
of sound like a little Zuckerberg over
Yeah,
here.
I know. I know.
Especially with the campus thing, and this person had access. It was like the Hot or Not thing. Remember Hot or Not?
Yes, I do.
Hot or Not, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was really crazy because it was one of those things where I felt like one of those elites, because then I'd have people that would take me places to meet other people to introduce. So like I always had a posse with me, and so like if my boys and shit back in the day, it was funny because we called it, like, joking around, Rough Riders, because I was managing and I was in charge of the weight room fitness center, so I was super cut, boxed, and all that sort of stuff. Boxed 2.5 years, so I was super lean, super like you ain't
angry.
you ain't gonna fuck with me kind of thing. And so like we would travel, and these guys that I travel with were like 6'5" and 7 foot tall. So I mean, I was cut and lean, but these guys were like monsters compared to
Giants.
me. Yeah. And so we'd literally walk around campus and stuff, and like they would introduce me to these people, and they were like, "Oh yeah, this person wants to have access to your network, blah blah blah," and it felt like the weirdest things. I was like, all right, like so.
It's like a secret society.
It was so underground. It was so fucking weird, and I kind of felt like.
The leader of the secret society
Right?
underground.
And it was like this group, and it just kept growing and growing. And so anyway,
No fucking followers and everything. Sir, yes, sir.
so the crazy part is I could see everything that everybody was looking at. So
Oh.
Not only-
you were the eye in the sky too.
I was literally like, not only am I going to give you access, but I'm also going to monitor your fucking access.
Oh, that's creepy. Okay.
So no, it is creepy, but it served a purpose. So
I'm sure you got a lot of purposes out of that, especially with your background from elementary school. I'm sure you.
there you go.
Yeah.
So this guy next door to me, Patrick Cerrone. Hey, bro, if you're listening.
What's up, P?
He was right next door to me. His roommate at the time was he was quarterback all time. Like he set records, all sorts of shit. Big baller ass guy. But he was
better. Is he better than
yes,
Alan?
Alan.
No.
Shit, and I can't even for the life of me remember his name. Anyway, and I got another story about Patrick Cerrone. He was awesome. Anyway, he was cool shit. We were real close, whatever. But anyway, so I had, might have had some adult movies on this, on my network as well.
I'm shocked right now. I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. Really? No way.
And so this fool is fucking watching this, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna fuck with him right now, right? And I just fucking pause it.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, 2 seconds later, boom, 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 boom. He's beating on the fucking walls, beating on my door. You motherfucker, why the fuck did you stop? He goes, my roommate's out of town.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's been drinking.
Shut up.
Oh goodness. Here. This is a fun one.
Fun times. Go ahead.
What?
Well,
And-
you don't want
and
to
I'm
say
gonna-
nothing else?
I'm gonna ask you, Patrick
Yeah.
P. Diddy.
P. Diddy. What is one of the worst things that you think you can recall that you've done to someone? Whether it was a practical joke, whatever. What is something that you can think of that you've done to someone that was just prank? Something. How did you get somebody? Do you need to think on it?
Yeah, I do.
You got one?
Oh, man. I'm trying to think.
Oh, by the way, guess who just messaged me?
Who just messaged you?
Rachel.
Rachel?
Yeah.
Yay!
And I told her, I said, hey, come to the podcast because Christina's here. I haven't seen your podcast. Where you been?
Yeah,
So-
no kidding.
Anyway,
That's great. What's
so
up?
she might come in. I don't know. Yeah.
That would be
right
great.
there.
Yeah, I see that.
Yep. And
So while you're thinking,
yeah,
I asked that question because something popped into my mind that I did once.
I know. I got that. I gathered that. That's
Yeah,
what I got.
I'll lead.
I saw
I'll
the
lead.
gears. I saw the gears spinning whenever I told you about what I did to my roommate, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, she's got a story that pertains.
Go ahead.
To what
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta think.
God,
Yeah.
what's the worst?
So, and it's pretty clean for the most part. And it happened such a long time ago now that I can just I can laugh that off.
Yeah.
But so again, from North Dakota, this happened when I was a teenager in North Dakota. House party.
How long did you live in North Dakota?
Born, raised, graduated high school. So I left.
18 years?
Yeah, right.
18, 19? Okay.
Right. Yeah, I left just before I hit 19. So
Okay.
the summer of
Surprised you don't have an accent. Sorry, I'm like totally sidebarring.
I can.
There she is.
I
I'd love to
can.
hear. I'd
There
love to
she
hear
is.
it.
Who?
Rachel.
Rachel.
Hello, Rachel.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, what's happening?
I'm
Is
so
she on?
confused What's happening? Yeah, she's
Oh,
on
girl, you
watching.
totally missed so much.
Yeah, she's
man.
on. She's on. Say hello.
Nice. What's up, girl?
All right. So
Okay, she loved that.
Oh shit!
Amber alert. Amber alert.
is it Amber Alert?
All right, guys. There's.
Well, tell that Amber bitch to stop alerting.
Oh, it's like.
All right. All right. Worst thing I did.
Okay, go
worst
ahead.
thing.
Go ahead.
I did this to a stranger, okay? I was a kid, I was 18, house party, everybody's drinking, everybody's having a good time. And my best friend and I, we went to the house next door because it was bigger and there was more people. I'm talking like 2 stories, probably like 200 kids, underage, all of us being rambunctious in the middle of the night. And there was this guy.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know him from Adam. And he was passed out on the couch, right? He was the guy passed out on the couch.
Oh man, I got a story about
That-
this. All right, go ahead.
That guy, the guy,
the
that
guy.
guy on
guy.
the couch passed out. You already know where this is going.
Yep.
By the time I got to him, he already had dicks on his face. He,
Eric Sterling, if you're fucking listening.
so some of the worst had already happened to him, and now I'm just rolling, I'm laughing, and I'm like, oh wait, guys, I got an idea. Hold on, where's the bathroom? I go to the bathroom, and I found a razor. I found a shaver.
No
Right?
shit. Shaving
And
some heads or some balls.
No,
Balls.
no, it was honestly. I think this is worse than that.
Was
so
it-
I walked up to him,
Did you
right?
shave his butthole?
No.
Oh God.
No, there's a
No.
thing going around where like people are saying, "Hey Patrick, will you shave my butthole?"
No, I don't think so.
It's that trust fall type thing. It's
Oh.
the new trust fall.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I mean, I get it because you can't
Yeah.
reach that and you can't see very well. And
Yeah.
you might cut yourself.
Right.
I get that.
It's only for science purposes.
Science purpose. Okay, go
So
ahead.
I
Scientific
took-
research. Yes.
I took the razor.
Uh-huh.
I walked up to him, and I shaved off the one eyebrow. Okay.
Oh,
just
shit.
just one. I took off one.
Really?
And then I just sat there and I just kind of laughed at him. And so then, there he is. He's passed out. He's got, again, dicks all over his face and whatever else.
Dick
and now he's
face.
got one. And he's, and then now he's dick face with one eyebrow. And I was like,
One
and I was
eyebrow, dick face. Yeah. His nickname keeps growing.
it wasn't symmetrical. It didn't balance.
Yes, you cannot have.
I couldn't leave him like that.
No, that is fucking horrible.
So
Yeah.
Got to make it even.
The other one?
So then all of a sudden he became what? Powder?
powder. He became
Remember that reference?
powder.
Yeah.
He became
yeah.
powder. Yeah. So I can't imagine. And if this guy is listening, like, I am so sorry that happened to you. I feel horrible. I can't imagine what he had to do until they grew back in. That's but it was pretty funny, and it's still a good story.
Yeah. Yeah, it's.
I threw up on
Uncle-
someone once too who was throwing up.
Ooh, I got a horrible story about that. But I'm not even going to share that because love you, listeners, but I don't love you that much. That was the first time and only time that. Yeah. So your story about
God.
the drawing the dicks. So I have a buddy who Eric Sterling, not to call names out, and he tunes in every now and again. So if he's tuning in now, I can't wait to light your ass up because this is about to you're about to cry. He got so wasted one night.
Wasted.
Yes, that people started drawing all sorts of dicks and everything else on his face and everything. He worked for a fucking bank.
Oh, shit.
He showed up to fucking work. Had no idea all the dicks. And the worst part is he worked at a fucking Walmart bank. You know how many fucking I think he was one of the people of Walmart. Honestly, no bullshit. It was on his left side, right side, so no matter what angle you had,
Wow.
there was dicks in his mouth.
Oh no.
And if Billy and Raymond, I know you know Eric Sterling, so I know y'all know this motherfucker, and I'm sure like a lot of you listeners know this guy, and I'm sure Eric, yeah, he doesn't want to know everybody to know about this story, but yeah, that was one of the things that happened, and it was hilarious because I actually watched a customer ask him, like, do one of those numbers, and he's like, "What do I have?" And he's rubbing his face like, "What, I got ketchup or something on?"
Oh no, he didn't know. He had
He
absolutely
had
no idea.
no,
He had no idea.
fucking idea. He did not check in the mirror. I don't even know if he took a shower before he went to work.
How could he have brushed his teeth and not looked in the
That's-
mirror? So
I
on top of
literally-
that,
I think he literally woke up, put some fucking clothes on, and just
Just went to
fucking
work.
went to work. That's the fucking hilarity.
oh no.
And it's so funny. So my one of my friends, Cherie, and I, like every time we drank, we used to joke about this because we would have like a shit ton of people at my house and everything else partying. We had pool parties and shit. Like it got to the point. Remember the box of wine?
Yeah.
Like how it has the bags. There would be fucking
Is that-
bags
does
of
that
wine
Benzo
in the
or
fucking
whatever?
pool. Huh?
That's that Fanza or whatever.
Yeah, no, but there's higher end wine too that are
Oh, really?
yeah, that are actually in bags. But yeah, there would be like 4 or 5 of these fucking bags just floating in the pool because people realize, hey, I can just put it in the pool and it'll stay cold,
Right.
and then it's not going to get water in it, and then they can just drink it whatever they want. So Cherie and I, we were like one of the last people ever to go to sleep because we're like, I don't trust any of these motherfuckers. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, especially it's my house, right?
Right.
I'm like, I don't trust these motherfuckers gonna burn my damn house down while I'm sleeping. Fuck no, I ain't sleeping. I'm like one eye open. But there was this girl.
That's how I was at parties.
There was this girl I fucking will never forget. She was on my couch at the time that I had, not these new fancy ones, but the previous couches. And she kept like making these moaning noises, and I was like going, "What the is it?" I'm like, "Is this girl fucking what's going on over here?" And all of a sudden, like everybody's like kind of surrounded by this couch, and we're like going, "What the?" It's like, what's happening? So I was like, "I'm gonna fuck with her."
So what did you do, Devin?
I started making sounds back at her,
Oh
Okay.
and then her sounds got worse.
no. Oh no.
And her sounds got louder. And we're all watching this. I think somebody might have been filming too, because it was fucking just some crazy shit. But yeah,
She was passed out and making those sounds subconsciously or whatever.
uh-huh.
Yeah,
And-
probably.
Yeah, and I think she climaxed.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
must have
vocally.
been some good alcohol. Some,
Yeah, good alcohol.
I'll have what she's having.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, that was fucking crazy.
That's pretty funny though. that she interacted with you like that.
Yeah, it is.
I was just like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy shit! Like, what? This is totally like next.
Did you ask her out?
Fuck no.
Mine.
I didn't want anything
You guys
to
were
do with her.
vibing. You were vibing.
We were vibing via vocally.
It was like a mating call.
That probably is.
She's right.
It reminds me of those lizards out front.
Oh,
earlier.
yeah.
That's why I pointed at you.
Yeah, the lizards.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the green anoles that are, I don't know if you know anything about them.
Oh, I do quite a bit, yeah.
So they do their little red throat thing to attract females.
Of course they do.
So it happened today, and so that's where I was pointed. It was like, hey, we were literally just talking about this outside.
Mating calls.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently that was her mating call, and she mated.
What?
Huh?
The anole got
Oh,
some
oh yeah, that's
lovin'.
that's when I said, "Come here, bitch." You like that?
Yeah.
You're mine now. So yeah.
Yeah, like he literally jumped to this tree. He found his mate.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's touching.
it is.
Really is. I mean, if the anoles
I felt like
getting
we
love
should
like that.
right. I felt like I should have been filming this shit like National Geographic and Dave Attenborough.
Seriously.
Yeah, you could have played
We
it on
should
the
have
podcast.
Yeah, we should have done voiceovers for it.
Of two lizards doing it. You know,
Doing it and doing it and doing it. Wow.
Yeah, doing
There
it in
you
the
go.
Fucking bushes. You know?
Hey, at least it's in like close quarters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that were hidden. That's okay.
Unlike some students and some guest
Yeah.
parties.
I love that. That's funny. Well, Patrick, did you have a contribution to that? He gave his, I gave mine.
Yeah.
What is your contribution?
Because technically I gave 2.
Well, I feel kind of bad about it because he just recently had a heart attack. But anyway, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna tell it.
Well, was the heart attack induced because of what you did?
No.
All right, then
no.
you don't have to worry about your.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
it's good.
I just, All right.
If anything,
Well,
you were
I
preparing
worked at.
him.
Huh?
If anything, you were preparing his heart,
Yeah.
strengthening. Look at it.
Well,
Silver lining. Okay, go ahead.
we had me and a group of people from Six Flags when we worked out at Six Flags.
Mm-hmm.
We went to a party, and it was legal age for me to buy alcohol at 19 and get everybody else drunk. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. And we went back out to Six Flags and ride all the rides and everything. And so Mark, he passed out in wardrobe, and both of us, or not both of us, but me and the rest of the group, we went out into the park to ride the rides and everything. And so anyway, coming back, he was laying on the bench and everything, and God, you know what? I cannot fucking remember the rest.
What the fuck? You literally just started this.
I know.
Made us
I
wait,
cannot.
and then
I cannot remember the rest.
Wow, Patrick, that's
That's
really
not a good
good. You're a
sign,
good
bro.
storyteller.
I just
That's
went
great.
blank, man.
Wow.
All right, so
Oh,
I
you know,
came up.
hold
while he
on,
was
you know what?
taking forever for his story.
You know what? I hope my doctor's not watching.
Yeah, me too. Fuck. I'm gonna have to send the clip to him.
We're gonna have to call that in.
We're gonna have
tomorrow.
a
No.
We're gonna have an interview.
Patrick was telling a story, and
And all of a sudden, I just
I'm
And then-
literally
and then he
drinking,
just-
and I'm not only like recalling what conversations were happening, but I'm actually able to
yeah, I
tell
know,
the story
I know.
and not forget.
I've been sort of kind of having problems with that lately.
That's not good.
yeah,
That's
it's okay.
Not
It's all right.
at all.
I know.
It's all
So
good.
I found remembered based on what he was starting to tell. It sparked a memory that I was like, this is probably the creme de la creme, most fucked up shit I've probably ever did to anybody. And it came to mind because of his story. So my boy Nick bought me this Maker's Mark gold edition. Had my name on the label and had instead of the red wax, it had the gold wax. So he bought it for me for my birthday or whatever. And then I was like, I can't drink it, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, dude, I bought it for you to fucking drink and like enjoy, blah, blah, blah. So we ended up going to this place of adult entertainment. And he ended up going home, and I had this bottle, right, with me. And I was like,
The hooker drank it.
no. So I was tempted to drink it that night because we were celebrating, and my boy was with me. He's the one that bought it, and I was like, I think we ended up drinking a couple sips or whatever. But anyway, long story short, he ended up having to go home, and then me and these girls were like, hey, they wanted to hang out, blah, blah, blah. Let's go hang out in downtown. And I was like, all right, cool. They're like, bring your bottle with you. And I was like, going, you're not getting my fucking bottle, bitches.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they, we ride together, right? Well, we get into this, and I'll never forget. It's right off of Commerce. It's one of those buildings that high rise. That's like 50th floor. I don't even remember. Like we were way up top. And we get there, and there's like 4 dudes and 2 chicks. And I'm like, I don't like these fucking odds. And so the girl goes,
lots of wieners.
yeah. And I was like, the wiener to vagina ratio is null and void for me. Thank you. I'm out. So the girl's like, hey, anybody got any alcohol, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I got my bottle of liquor, but it's still in the car. So she's like, oh, well, here's my keys to my BMW 5 Series. Fucking go, get the liquor and then come back up here. Yeah, so I got the liquor out of the car, but I didn't come back. And I didn't come back with the keys either.
Right.
And like now in like hindsight, I was like, I should have just taken the fucking car. But I think because I was thinking, I was like, I don't want to take the car because then they can report a stolen car, right? So I didn't take the car. I just took the keys and took the bottle that I had with my buddy that my buddy got me. And so I walked out of the building and I proceeded to walk downtown Dallas.
God.
Yeah. Annihilated with a 3/4 almost full bottle of Maker's Mark, gold label, gold foil.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I called my boy, the one that was with me, the one that bought the bottle.
Right.
And I was like, hey, Nick, can you come pick me up? And he's like, where are you at? And I'm like, hold on.
Oh, yeah, you got to look up and see.
And he was like, what do you mean you don't know where you are? I'm like, hold on, I got to look at the fucking sign. And so I look at the sign. Tollway and 635. But I didn't realize it was actually 35 because I was looking at it because it said 635 exit further down or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So I just said 635 and fucking tollway, right? So my poor buddy's like fucking driving around for like 30 minutes trying to find my ass. And finally he calls me and he's like, dude, I've been driving for fucking 30 minutes. Where in the fucking hell are you? And I'm like, dude, I'm at the tollway. And then I like look, kind of like realize where I'm at. And I go, oh, tollway and 35. And he goes, well, how am I going to find you?
Yeah.
I was like, well, whenever you see the sign that says 35 tollway, blah, 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 I'm like, I'm hanging on to it.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, what do you mean you're hanging on to it? I go, you know how they have the ladder and then they have the scaffolding that walks across?
Oh, good God.
I go, I'm literally hanging on the top with the bottle in one hand and the sign in the other hand. And he goes, dude, how the fuck have you not gotten arrested? I go, I don't know. I've seen like 12 cops.
and nobody. Yeah.
And I go, and not a single one of them is stopped.
Oh, my word.
And I go, and I thought it was entertaining. At one point, I'm literally grabbing the sign and leaning over the highway with the bottle. Like I'm going to pour it out for my fucking homies. And so my poor buddy fucking shows up.
Oh, wow.
With his Dodge Dakota.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was a fucking truck. I just literally jumped down from the ladder, land in the bed of his truck, and we fucking take off.
You're a fucking renegade, man.
Dude, yeah.
Savage renegade.
Savage renegade, no
Right.
fear. I don't give a fuck. Total no fucks were given that day.
You didn't have a fuck to give.
I used to be kind of that way, but, you know. But
That's
No, it was just funny because your like story, like when you started talking about that, I was like, oh shit,
I literally cannot remember it.
You still can't?
No.
Fuck, how do you?
And you know what? I mean,
how many stories do you have with that guy? It can't be that many that you can't remember this one.
no, it just went blank my mind.
Damn.
That's why I'm saying I hope my doctor's not watching.
No shit.
Because, I mean...
Which one, Dr. Hahn?
Dr. Hahn.
I don't know.
No, Dr.
Fucking
Khan.
Hahn.
Khan.
Pecan?
Khan. She would, I mean...
Collins Street Bakery?
She would tell me... No. She
Hey,
would...
they got our pickles back?
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Yeah. She would tell me to go see a neurologist.
Dude, you need to. If you want, I'll
She's
go.
already
with you.
told me.
I know, and I've told
What
you.
happened? Did you
fucker.
forget?
He forgot.
I forgot.
He forgot to put it in his phone.
I mean, when she called me and said, I watched one of your podcasts one night. I think you need to go see a neurologist.
I don't disagree.
And I went,
It's not bad, bro. I've been to one.
well, no. I mean,
years.
I've been to a neurologist. I mean, I had a concussion from out there
You know what's
a
weird?
long time ago.
From up there, what? The work?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what's weird? Like, when I was younger, like, I had multiple concussions and stuff from all the sports and stuff that I played. And it was, like, it was not a big deal. Like, they literally were just like, throw some fucking ice on it and get back out there and fucking play. And I was like, and now it's like they make this huge deal about it. I'm like,
Yep.
you know how many fucking concussions I've had? And how many times I've been in the back of a fucking ambulance and everything else, and
Yeah.
it was not a big fucking deal.
Brain bleeds, stuff like that.
Well, then it kind of now like in retrospect, like it just kind of clicked. I did have epilepsy, 12 until like about 13 or 14.
Yeah.
So I'm like, now I'm kind of thinking, I was like, well, maybe that's why I fucking had that, was because all the fucking traumatic brain injuries from all the fucking dumb shit that I did, fucking hanging from bypasses and
Well, I just know.
jumping out of fucking barns. Oh yeah, I did. I got stories.
Yeah. I just don't want. I just don't want to go to the neurologist because I know what the family history is.
Yeah, well,
You
the
know?
only way to be ahead of it is to know what it is to be ahead of.
Yeah, I know, but still,
You sound like,
you know.
you sound like my Greek friends that are like, you know what? I don't want to go to the doctor because I don't want to hear how fucked up I am and all the shit that I need to change in order to fucking be better.
Well, I already know
Yeah.
how, fucked up I am.
Yeah, I know. I try to fucking help you.
Well, you're halfway through it then.
I am. No, I'm not halfway through it. I'm over halfway through it.
Well, at least. Yeah.
I'm 4 years over halfway through it.
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever.
Eh.
All right. The kids and Devin knows what I want if something ever happens to me.
God. We told him it's not viable.
Yeah, it's called.
It's called murder.
Yeah, it's called murder.
You want to be a martyr?
No.
Murdered.
Oh, murder.
Not martyr.
To murder you?
Murder.
Murder.
No, he wants us to put a bullet through his head, and we told him it's fucking murder. We can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. No, that doesn't work.
What? I wouldn't want to live that way.
Well, no, of course
We all
not.
get it, but like, yeah, you can't have somebody that's close to you pull that trigger. Yeah.
Okay, she can do it.
There are
It's still fucking murder.
there is a story that's out there that is published about a lady.
Yeah.
I can't remember where it was, but so she found out that she had a terminal illness. I think it was cancer. And she was in the final stages, didn't want to be miserable, uncomfortable, in pain. So she made out her will. She got together with a doctor that gave her a prescription. And she was able to have it like her choice, right?
Yeah.
You know, like pro-choice for abortion, well, like
Right.
pro-choice for the end of your life.
Well, that's
Yeah.
my whole thought process. It's your body. You know, you should have that choice. Like, honestly.
If you're miserable and you're suffering, I mean, they have no,
Yeah.
they have
No,
no,
that's-
they have no
Tara said,
problem.
no, that's not allowed. What's not allowed?
She said, no, that's not allowed. Murder, basically. Like,
Yeah.
somebody
Oh.
pull
No.
the
Yeah.
gun on you.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But you know, they seem to have, and when I say they, I'm talking like the medical field, pharma, whoever it is,
Yeah.
the eye in the sky. It's like they have no problem pushing the medication,
Yeah.
Oh, they don't.
you know.
No.
But now I want to make a decision about when I want to stop living like this, and now it's like,
Right.
Yeah.
and it's like, well, why is that when you can just push all this shit down? You know, I don't know.
Because
So
you know
it's a lot
why?
of stuff.
Because you no longer provide them income. If you offer,
If you're dead,
yes,
right.
you're
That's
no
right.
longer a customer.
Profitable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're no
Can't be a
longer-
customer anymore if you've
you're dead.
taken.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right.
That's it. That's the exact reason why.
The business of death and dying.
Right. Yeah.
You're right.
Two certain things.
Now, if you had more morgues and stuff lobbying as much as you do with the pharmaceutical, then yes, to your point, it would be profitable, and there would be a way for you to off yourself because the morgues would benefit, but the morgues don't have lobbyists.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, Tara. So,
What'd you say? Okay.
and I actually said that last night.
Time comes, have them give you a bunch of. You did say that last.
Yeah,
night.
give me a bunch of morphine
You won't feel anything. You might
Won't feel
hallucinate a
anything,
bunch,
and
but you won't feel anything.
and the blood pressure. Your blood pressure will crash, and that's it. If you get enough.
So that's how you expire from too much.
That's what they do in hospice.
Fuck, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's what they do in hospice. Is
Load you up with morphine and send you on your way.
that's what they do. Anyway, better topic.
I know. I was gonna say, man, we went fucking dark real quick.
We got real
Well,
dark.
that was because of me. Sorry.
We got really dark.
No, it's all good.
So, it's because I forgot.
So it's an ironic story that you mentioned that because so my uncle growing up, he was a Navy SEAL and he retired obviously from that, and then he became a police chief.
Yeah.
And then he basically he at one point said to my grandma, he was like, because she was on her deathbed, like they literally read her rights to her, and we all showed up, and she literally woke up the next day and was like, "Why is everybody here?" And we're like, "Because you're not supposed to be here."
Right.
And she was like, "I feel fine," and we're like going, "You had stage 3 cancer. You were like literally dead like the other day or whatever."
Right.
And so my uncle at that time said, he goes, "You know what? She's going to outlive us all. This is a Navy SEAL. This is somebody that's super athletic. I mean, obviously with being a state trooper and stuff like that,
Yeah.
you have to maintain certain physical stature and stuff
Yeah.
like that." He ended up passing away before she did. No bullshit. And he was in perfect health when he said that to her. And it was crazy because he was joking around. He was like, "Oh yeah, she's old Ironside, like nothing can stop her." Well, she ended up living, God, almost 10 years after he passed away. He died 9/11. I was actually supposed to be a pallbearer at the wedding. Not wedding, at the funeral. And I couldn't be there because I had finals, and I was actually stuck here, and all my friends were freaking out because I was supposed to have a flight to New York, and they just heard on the news that New York flights hit the towers, blah, 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 and they automatically assumed that I
Right.
was on those flights. So, yeah, so that's the tie-in, and that was in 2001, and my grandma ended up living, God, like 10 or 15 years after that. Like, it was so ironic that...
Dude, I mean, women live longer than what we do.
But it was like she was on literally her deathbed when he said that. Like, we thought
She got her last rights and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we literally thought she was not even going to live another year. Like, not even a few months, not even a few weeks. Like,
Right.
that was it. She lived fucking 15 years. 15 fucking years after that. Like, it's just mind-blowing. And the fact that what he said is now, like, he's eating his own words. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then he ended up being on his, cancer hit him, and he looked like a rail. It was like a skeleton. It was,
So the cancer, it was pancreatic, I bet.
I'm not sure which one.
If it happened that quick. Yep.
I do remember that I woke up at 4:21, I'll never forget, in the morning, wide awake. And I'm like, why am I up? And I looked at the clock, and I remembered at 4:21.
Right.
And then I found out 2 days later that he actually passed at 4:21.
Wow.
And I was like, whoa.
I need a pillow and a blanket, too. Sorry, I didn't mean to
keep with the
I didn't mean
darkness.
to. I didn't mean to.
No, it's all good.
It just came to me. I need a pillow and a blanket too.
Right?
We had to take care of the diva.
Yes. Where's the diva? Where's her pillow and her blankie? I don't even...
Oh, my pillow and blankie. The blankie has hit the floor. The pillow is still
pillows?
here.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's really. I mean,
Where's Willow?
it's all about comfort.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
She's got her head by the fireplace.
Yeah.
She is legitimately sleeping with her eyes open. Does she do that all the time?
No, she heard me say her name.
Yeah.
And then she realized that I don't need anything, so she
she closes them.
she closed.
She's kind of got a crazy look going on.
Probably.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't trust her still.
I would say something, but no, I don't want to.
Okay, you probably forget anyway.
I did.
you should probably forget anyways.
Yeah, I did. I forgot.
It's all right.
Just kidding.
It's all right. Okay. It's all right.
That's good stuff. Good stuff. So I got a weird friend request all of a sudden from somebody that
Who?
lives in Ontario, Canada.
Oh, yeah?
Who?
Her name is Katrina Betsworth. I have 2 beautiful kids and a happy family.
Good for her.
You know what? That's right, Katrina. That's right. But you know what? If I don't know you,
Yeah,
I can't accept this. I can't accept this request.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you. You probably get some requests.
Oh, okay. Well,
during this.
what?
I forgot to tell you that. Sorry.
You know
Oh,
what's
no big deal.
weird is where's all of our European friends?
I don't know.
European friends. Hey, I like European
where's that-
friends.
is that,
Eek, leeby leak.
What time is it there if it's almost 10 here?
It's like 3 or 4 there. I can't remember.
Is it?
Yeah. What time is it? 9:52.
Yeah. So it's 4? 4 there?
Wake up.
Let's see. It's 3:52 a.m.
Mm-hmm. And what part of the...
So who's seen the movie Conjuring? Between the 3 of us.
I've seen the first 2, I believe.
The 3rd one.
Oh, I've seen them all.
Have you seen them all?
Every single one of them.
I want to
Okay.
watch the 3rd one downstairs on the fucking
So
surround sound. Big.
You need to.
tell us
Okay.
tell us about that.
It's good. Honestly, they're all good. They're all
I
good.
haven't seen them.
Yeah, if
Slacker.
you
Yeah, I
really
know.
yeah. No, you do. You got to pick up the pace. No, they're fantastic. Not just like for what you see face value, but like
So I heard that they're kind of based loosely, but then I heard that like the investigative team said it's completely bullshit or something. Like I've heard some controversy, mixed emotions on it. So I didn't know if you knew anything or heard anything or what the beat on the street was.
So the beat on the street is that all right. So the movie's based off of, yes, you're absolutely right. It's based off, and it is loosely the case file, which is probably in the ballpark of 3,000 and 5,000 cases over
Wait, 3,000 to 5,000 cases pertaining to that.
to the paranormal.
Oh,
Of-
not to that building or not to that place. To that place or no?
Let's call it the Conjuring universe, right? Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Uh-huh. Do you know the
it's-
backstory on them? Maybe you can.
That's what I'm
Okay.
getting at here.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, so they were actually paranormal investigators that had a career for 40 to 50, 60 years. I don't know, but it started in 1952, and that is what all these movies are based off of, is their case
So
files.
where did they start out of? Do you know, like their home base?
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
Okay.
They started out of Connecticut in the 50s. And if you can think about the 50s, I mean, that was a time when, women didn't have certain jobs, and it's just, the whole culture of our country was completely different.
Women
so
belong
Yeah,
in the
that was
kitchen.
before.
women belong barefoot in the
Yeah.
kitchen.
That's right.
That was before the women's movement.
Exactly. So it was before the women's movement. So they founded the society in 52.
Oh, that's when the women moved from the kitchen to the workplace. Oh, that's the women's
they were
movement.
they were
voting.
itching to get out of the kitchen.
They got out of the kitchen and then they went to work.
I wanted to vote.
Exactly right.
They're like, I don't need you in the kitchen. I need you to give me some income.
That's exactly right.
Just kidding. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so a lot changed.
But yeah, I
Just
mean,
like in the 5 years of, 6 years of you teaching how like technology and shit advanced. So how many years you said they were doing the technology or the
so from 52
Paranormal?
and he had passed away, I think it was before 2010. So at least 50, 60 years that they were actively involved in it. Right. So their case file is pretty extensive. It's even available online and
Man,
it's accessible.
I'd love to have them on. So my cousin actually runs a paranormal research company. So backstory, I was actually born in Olean, New York. So I'm from the New York, Buffalo, Pennsylvania area. And so I've always been in, I don't know if you saw one of the podcasts when I talked about the ghost that was in my grandma's house, Harry Benson, who hung himself in my grandma's house. And he was, I'll give you just a cliff notes so you're caught up. So he was taking care of his mother at the time. His mother ended up getting cancer and was on her deathbed. He owned a kite. He used to make kites and stuff and sell them so that he could have money to take care of his mom, whatever. Anyway, his mom ended up passing, and he ended up hanging himself because he didn't have a purpose or whatever. So, and this is in this house, and where he makes those kites was been in this room that was always shelled off and always locked and always no kids were ever allowed, and it was always about 30 to 40 degrees colder than the rest of the house. And it was a room upstairs, mind you, and yeah. And so I decided one night to go fuck with them and read Bible verses and set a cross on his. I told you I'm a fuck. I don't fuck around. I don't. No fucks given.
Obviously, did you have a bottle of Crown with you too when you did it?
No, I was young. I was young and I was dumb. And I was not
stopped you.
scared of fucking anything. So I set this cross on his workbench because I knew that anything we put on it
wouldn't provoke him.
Yes. Anything we put on that workbench was never there the next day. So I figure if I read Bible verses, that'll really piss him off. And then if I put the cross on his workbench, that'll really just set him off. So in the podcast, I literally told us, I counted the steps that night. I think it was 13 steps. And then I heard the door open, or I felt a presence at the foot of my bed. And I was like, I did not open my fucking eyes. I literally grabbed those covers and I just I got a layer of protection.
Yeah.
But I was scared shitless because I was I heard the fucking steps. I heard something happen in that room because it was right next to the room that I'm in. And that's why I thought I either heard the door open, but I didn't know if it was the one I'm in or that one, or I don't know what transpired. But then the next day when I woke up, that cross was upside down by the door as soon as you open that door, and that's a good 25 feet away from his bench. So wind didn't just take it 25 feet and land upside down in front of the door. So that noise, I figured out that noise that I heard was that cross either flying or sitting down. And I'm I'm glad I did not.
You're I'm done. I'm done.
I'm done. I'm I will not ever fuck with ghosts again. And then we had a couple incidents here in this house with ghosts. And we actually had some on the podcast that was fucking the first 5 episodes where weird ghostly shit was happening. Which, thank you for not having it ever again after.
I was messing with their cell phones.
Cell phones, it was messing with cameras, it was messing with lighting, it was messing with
Is that
the
when
board.
Marissa was here, right? Yeah. Marissa?
Yeah, because Marissa was one of the ones that knew about the stuff that was happening in his house.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, in this room, no bullshit, it was me and an ex. We were literally she was sitting similar to where you are, and then my chair was about where the A word is. Oh, I can say her name. Yeah. Alexa is. And we were talking to each other. And we were sitting on chairs similar to these ones right here. Not rollers, but the leg chairs. And we were talking to each other, blah, 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 back and forth. And then all of a sudden we both stopped. And she was like, did you see that? And I was like, I literally stopped talking because I wanted to know if you saw that. And it was a black shadow that ran underneath and went under her chair and then just disappeared. And we both literally stopped talking when this happened. And so I knew she saw what I saw, and I knew it wasn't just me, because we were literally having a conversation and it happened.
Right.
And then after she left, I never saw that again, but then my dad was here and he was hanging out in the living room downstairs, and he looked towards the front door and he goes, "Who's standing by the front door?" And I'm like going, "Oh, fuck you." I'm like, "Dad,
We don't want to know.
I didn't invite anybody."
It's the kite. It's the boy with the kites.
Dude, yeah. So yeah,
Right.
going back with the Conjuring. So that's my vested interest, because of I've provoked
Yeah.
it, and I've had it. I've had it follow me. I've had it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, all of that stuff. It's
So 50 years plus that he's been the.
that they studied it. They traveled around the world.
What was their names?
It's Ed and Lorraine Warren. Yeah. I mean, all you have to do is just plug in their names into the Google search engine.
Yeah.
And just a plethora of material will pull up, and you can just read all about it. And what
Yeah.
I like to do before I watch a new installment, I'll find out what case it's about, and I'll read into what the case is, what's out there.
Yeah.
It just helps me as I watch the film, just kind of build in my mind, like, okay, well, what is Hollywood? What's
I was
real?
just gonna ask you.
Right.
You differentiate between what's real and what's like
For sure.
bullshit, because it's it's their interpretation of the events. Which I always find, like, in Patrick and I, like, we'll watch movies and shit and we'll just pick them apart, especially like
Right.
whether the shooting, it's bad. But anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I'm sure from your perspective that it's even worse, because you're like you have this knowledge and this research that you have done case by case and situation by situation. So you're going in there with all of this book of knowledge, and you're like trying to compare, okay, what is real and what is Hollywood?
And from this film, what I've been able to gather that is real is, so it's about the devil that made me do it, right? So this is like a big deal, because in the 80s, so this happened in like 1980, between 1980 and 82, right?
Yeah.
Is when the incident happened. So this guy, Arnie Johnson, became under possession, basically. And it wasn't one like devil. It turned out to be like over 40 that were
Demonic spirits or what? Devils.
demons, devils.
Okay,
devils.
demonic spirit.
Yeah.
What's the difference between demonic spirit or devil or demons? I mean, demonic and demon are same thing, but
That's, yeah. I think to accurately quote that, I'd probably have to pull that up, but
Okay.
but they're very, very closely.
I'm asking you in
related.
your mind and what
Yeah.
you think, your interpretation.
I think it just has to do with like their energy levels. I think they present different strengths, whatever that would be. But
So are all demonic beings and demonic spirits and stuff like that? Are
like
they,
I think there's like a hierarchy, right?
right? Just like there are with the good, you have your CEO and you have all your peons and stuff underneath it.
Exactly.
Is there the same thing with?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, anyways, so he became under possession after challenging a beast that had initially possessed his 11-year-old fiance's little brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that little boy was getting an exorcism, and this is like the first 5 minutes of the movie, and I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but y'all better make sure you got your popcorn, you got your waters, you got your beer,
So
you go to the bathroom, because it happens, and it happens fast. It's fast.
Speaking of, I finally got to break my seal.
You probably do.
'Cause Y'all
and that's
done
fine.
Y'all broke your seal
Fine.
like 800 times. But
I actually haven't even used the bathroom once. It's been Patrick this whole time peeing.
I know.
Okay. So I do want to ask you, so this is one of my beliefs and one of the experiences that I've had, that kids are more susceptible to spirits than obviously us as adults, because as we grow older, from my understanding, is that we kind of not filter out, but like we kind of are not as open or as susceptible to those type of things. What are your thoughts on that? What do you think about that?
I think there's a lot of truth to that. I think that there's even publication on that. I think it all goes down to like vulnerability, a person's level of vulnerability. Children are vulnerable because they haven't experienced life yet. They're pure for the most
Right.
part. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think that pureness makes them vulnerable and susceptible to those things.
Easily influenced type of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They they haven't, like, so as us as adults, we know our good and our bad, right?
Mhm.
We know what's good, we know what's bad. But at a young age, they haven't really differentiated between what is good and what is bad, and they don't open mind, so to speak, like you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
Tara said there's a difference between what is a fallen angel and then a demon, and then disembodied souls, and the list goes on and on. Well,
Yeah,
man,
there's
look
a
at this.
lot.
Like, we got like people that are knowledgeable about this stuff. This is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like I said, it's a hierarchy. There's a lot of, and I think that it's in both realms, good and bad.
Right, and it makes
I believe.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what I've always said. Like, people that don't believe in religion, don't believe in God, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, look, it doesn't matter if you believe it or not. At the end of the day, if you look at any ants, you look at any animals, there's always a king, there's a queen, there's always a hierarchy. There's always one person or one entity, one whatever that's at the top, and then all the rest work to fulfill the need and whatever desire, whatever of that entity.
There's a leader. There is somebody that
Always
is
a leader.
leading.
And as much as you fucking hate the fact that there is somebody above you, look through every fucking species of animal, every single.
There's a leader
There's
for every
always
species.
a leader. There's always, and as much as you want to fight it and as much as you want to deny it, you're either the leader or you're not. You can't fight that shit. So anyway, yeah, I digress. Go ahead. I gotta pee.
That's fine. I'll go back to the so the fact check part of that film. So one fact check is that after Arnie Johnson had committed the murder, he walked along the side of a highway completely covered in blood from below his chest to, like, let's just say his, pant region or whatever, hands, everything. And this officer driving along sees him, right? And pulls over and gets out of the car and walks up to him. And as he walks up to him, he goes, Arnie Johnson says to the cop, he goes, "I think I hurt somebody." And that is in the movie, and that also actually really happened. That is what he did. He walked.
Oh shit!
He walked aimlessly down the road. He didn't remember anything that had transpired.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And so that case went before the court of law, right?
Yeah.
And was tried, and the judge in the 80s had such a hard time accepting in all of the evidence because the paranormal research team was there.
Right.
And come to find out, and this is a fact that's not even really out there, that there were, I want to say there might have been clergy members from like the Vatican outside of the wall or the doors of the courtroom wanting to get in to testify to help this person because they believed that the murder was committed because of the fact that he was under demonic possession.
Right.
So the judge would not allow the evidence. He wouldn't allow the clergy to testify. It was just basically like, let's get in and let's just kind of get out of here like as fast as we can and just wash.
Right.
He didn't, the person didn't want to be known as the first judge to let demonic possession,
Right. Yeah.
win a case. It's a lot. So these are cool things.
That's almost like Amityville.
Ed and Lorraine Warren were there for Amityville too.
Oh, was she?
Mm-hmm. They were.
Yeah.
That's the tie. Okay, because I was like, they sound so familiar, and I feel like I've seen them in multiple.
Yeah, I saw the original Amityville when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
And
I didn't see it when it came out, but I did see it. The first one.
Yeah.
But it's been eons.
Right.
Something similar happened there too. That I think his name was Ronald DeFeo or something like that.
Yeah.
He shot 6 members of his family in one night with a shotgun while they slept. In their
Oh
beds.
yeah.
Wow.
And
Because he was
didn't he
supposedly
hack
under
them up
possession.
too?
I don't know.
I thought he dismembered them. So
Whatever it was extremely gruesome. Yeah.
yeah, I
Mhm.
think that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
He turned into a male version of Lizzie Borden.
Mm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to what we were talking about.
Which part?
Ghosts.
Mm.
the story.
Yeah.
The rain. Oh, damn.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
No,
It's my turn.
you're not the
Do
guest.
you remember? No, we're
Oh, your turn to go
bathroom.
pee.
I'm
I was
talking
gonna say,
about
I was like, it's your turn to talk. I'm like, wait, what do you know?
I'll go in a few minutes because I haven't had a break yet. But
I know what I know what I did though
What'd you do?
when
Bro,
we
you
were
can't hear
younger. After 191 crashed,
Uh-huh.
we went out there out by the water towers of DFW. You had a Ouija board.
Oh
Ooh.
man, I got some creepy fucking Ouija
you
boards.
do, and
that-
by the way,
stories that
don't
were-
nobody touch
that-
touch them things.
I got some creepy shit at a young age that I literally
didn't ask
my
for it.
mom can vouch for. I was like going. One
Yeah.
of the ones was like, who's gonna be president? Blah blah blah, and it said Trump, and I was like, going.
Bullshit. You're fucking kidding me. It told you Trump is going to be president.
This was way back when, and then here's the other thing, and it said, "Is there going to be another World War III, like a World War III?" And it said yes, and I said, "Who's it going to be with?" And it said Iran, and I'm like, going, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Yeah, I will never forget shit like that because I reserve space in my head for that
For
kind of
those-
shit.
for those
'cause
files.
Yeah, for those files, I'm like, those aren't getting erased, those aren't getting overwritten.
Damn. Yeah, that's.
So when the whole Trump thing fucking happened, I was like, oh my.
You were like that damn
I
board was right.
like, son of a fucking.
No shit. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, I hate to say I used one once, And-
so tell me your experience. What happened?
and it might have been twice, but the I don't remember the first time very well, but the second time I was like 18, 19. It was my friend, and we were sitting down playing on the living room floor, and we were asking it questions about our lives, right? And I asked it, is something bad going to happen to me or my family?
Right.
And of course it said yes, yes. And I'm like, well, what?
Yeah, you can't ask general questions. You got to ask very
Right.
specific. Right.
Exactly.
That's exactly
So-
why I said who's. Yeah. No.
Yeah. So I'm like, is there anything? Do I have to be afraid of anything? Yes. Is something bad gonna happen to my family? Yes. It put fear into me, and then I can remember telling my mom, "Hey, Mom, I played with this Ouija board," and she just, "What? You did what?
yeah.
You don't play with those devices, Christina.
No.
That opens up a portal. You don't know who you're talking to.
Yep.
Blah 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 blah."
Yep.
And all I can really say, and I can't evidently put the two and two together, but I can tell you that in a very short time after I played with that Ouija board, bad things did happen.
Yeah.
And something,
Yeah.
bad. It was not good, and I have not touched one since, and I won't.
My cousins have some pretty creepy stories that involve Ouija boards and stuff too. Because like we're all like obviously growing up up north and stuff. We're all around like historical and abandoned creepy fucking buildings and houses and shit like that. And so like that's always been like a fascination to us, especially having my grandma, whose house was haunted. Obviously, it's been.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is
My house was haunted too when I was growing up.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Which one? Where? Do tell.
In North Dakota. In fact, I think it started at one house, and I think it followed me to the next one. Kind of
Right.
like what you were talking about, how it follows you.
Yeah.
And I,
Wow, how that is crazy how it does that. We need to find that out.
and I think that entity followed her. And I think like, oh man, I think because of the energy and stuff like that, and I think because of her past and maybe things that she might have done that I don't even, not even, known about. I think that's why that spirit and that thing. But
was
what
attached,
yes,
like it attached.
and the fact that it parked underneath her chair, and then that was like the key. I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of this fucking relationship. This bitch be crazy.
That's you don't need a bigger red flag than that. I mean,
No.
No shit.
And here's the crazy thing. So it
the bitch has got demons.
right. It's got demons underneath her.
Right.
And she's got more than a geographical tongue. She's got some fucking demons too.
She's got geographical demons that are located under her ass.
Her vajayjay's possessed.
For real. So it was crazy, and it darted almost, I want to say, like a cat. and it was almost the size of a cat. And I
don't like that.
I
don't like that at all.
Almost relate it to a cat. I
don't
cat.
fucking like that at all. That's
I
not
hate
good.
Tara says some spirits will follow our whole family for generations. It's like really crazy. So Tara, are spirits following
Yeah.
you or following
yeah.
your family? Because she said generations. That means not just her. That means her grandkids, kids, or her grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to
Right,
figure out,
right.
is it following grandparents and up, or is it following kids and grandkids down?
And what do we think that it's following them for? You know, do they have like a vulnerability?
Exactly.
Are they afraid? Because sometimes I think like fear is a gate too, because that it's an energy that you give off when you're afraid.
So let me ask you this. Do you know about like water, bodies of water, and demons and not only demons but also spirits? Do you know any correlation to bodies of water, any type of waterways and that sort of stuff? No.
No, not exactly.
Okay, I'm just trying to see how much research you've done.
I just not exactly. For me, I feel like it has to do with positive and negative energy. And I feel like when something tragic or terrible happens in a location, I feel like it leaves a stain.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say a stain, it leaves like an imprint of the event there that stays there.
Right. Now, do you think it's like because of something is unfulfilled or something that's unresolved or unsolved?
I think that it
You think
can. I think that it can be.
Do you think it serves a purpose? Let me put it as very general as of why.
Sure. Oh, sure. I think so.
Because that's where I'm going with the tarot
yeah.
thing. I'm wondering. Okay, you put it up here. So I have both. I have some good spirits and follow me now. My daughter is one, but we have other spirits that have followed my family for generations, good and bad. So that goes back to what I'm saying is with your daughter's situation. I remember, and I think it's something to do with the unresolved. Something that hasn't been solved, something she's trying to reach across to solve and to have a positive outcome, something to resolve so she feels like her death was justified, something that it had a purpose. That's what I'm asking about. Do these spirits and stuff, are they reaching out? Are they trying to make themselves known to serve a purpose, to have a motive for good? And then evil ones,
right?
I mean, I don't even know what the evil ones. I studied mostly the good ones.
Now, this is interesting. So I didn't learn this until probably in the last.
Thank you for that, Tara.
8 months. Yeah, no, thank you, Tara, for sharing. Is that sometimes, like when you lose somebody close to you, they don't necessarily always cross over. They can actually attach to you and not cross over, and can serve as like your per se guardian angel or your protector.
Right.
And I think that
it's
might
still
be
serving a purpose, though.
Right. That's how it all ties together.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I think that goes both ways for the good and the bad.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So the good purposes might be like, they're out to help and like basically be your guardian angel. And then there's
to protect you.
Yeah, protect you. And
yeah.
And the bad, like what is the purpose of the bad? That's my thing. It's like everything serves a purpose. Everything has a purpose and has a place.
Right.
And it's like, to me, I'm like, that's what I always spend my time trying to wrap around. What is the purpose? What is the place? Even in relationships, I'm like going, what is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of this argument? And I'm like, where are we going? Like, how is this going to affect, or how is this going to help us? How are we going to grow from this type of thing? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just got another Amber Alert. Corpus.
Another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This has been going off and on all day. I'm not
I got something like
sure.
super late last night, but I haven't
Yeah, I
got
did too.
anything since.
All right.
Tara says, I think some of them do they want their purpose filled? But some do want their purpose filled, but some die such horrible deaths.
Mm-hmm.
They get locked into a moment in time where they are reliving their death over and over again, to the point they don't realize that they've died.
even died.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%, because that's one of those other things too, and that's what a lot of these ghosts.
That's right. That's what it goes.
They say, "Hey, you're
Somebody's
dead."
Stuck.
They're stuck. It's like that. It's a not like a purgatory, but like it's a place in between the living and the dead, and you don't realize that they're fucking dead. So that's when these ghost people.
That's one of the many things they're there
Exactly.
for. Identify that this is a spirit in the house. It's not a bad one.
Right.
How do we help it?
Yeah.
And help it like cross over. Yeah.
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 Cross over to realize that it's dead, it's no longer living, and then to your point, break that cycle. Could you imagine reliving your death over and over, and how that would
Reliving the worst day of your life.
the worst day, literally the worst and final day of your life, and reliving that over and over and over and over again. Talk about Groundhog Day, but like
It's like Happy Death Day, that movie where the person in the movie is reliving their death over and over and over again, and if they can change it, they try to, but it's just this like mind warp. That'd be hard.
So I mean, I understand exactly like what you're saying, and it actually makes sense. Yeah, some do have
Hell, I
purpose.
still try to figure out where I was when I had that heart attack.
Yeah,
And
you
I-
you
and I saw-
experienced some phenomenon. Yeah.
Yeah.
But how you're similar to the way they are is you keep reliving, and this is what I have told you time and time again, is you keep reliving bad shit over and over.
What is
Like,
this, a
you're-
counseling session?
Yes, this is where Dr. Phil comes in. Yes, you keep reliving, and I'm like, and I try to tell
And it's
Patrick,
really difficult.
and here's the worst part.
It's really
He
difficult
remembers
to...
this bad shit more vivid than he does the good shit. And I tried to steer him in his thought processes and everything. I know you're getting uncomfortable as fuck, but I don't give a shit. I tried to steer
It's all right.
his thought process and everything. Like, I go, think of, and I tell him, I'm like, think of the greatest joys and the greatest moments you've had in your life. And I'm like,
And I see them right now.
exactly. Focus on those. Relive those. Let those replace those negative thoughts.
That'd
Let
be my-
those
That'd be my
replace.
daughter, a little baby, you know?
And see, and that's the thing. It's like,
My son.
and this is part of the
being
reason
born, and
why
my daughter being born.
this
That's...
this is part of the reason why some of my memory sucks, is because like a lot of this shit that's happened recently, like I literally have to sit down and I have to type it out, because I don't dwell on it. I don't think about it. I don't want to think about it, because I know for me, if I think about it, I'm going to get overwhelmed and I'm going to get hyper fixated on it. And it's never going to be good, because I know I can't go back in my magic time machine that I don't have. And I can't fix it. So it's like, I know, and this is part of the reason why some of my memory sucks and why some of my memory is so vivid. The memories that I have that have taught me something, like the whole fucking school and like the wallet and all that sort of shit. Like the reason why those are so vivid and stuff is because it taught me a life's lesson.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of the things I was talking like with Patrick and about millennials and all this shit, off the air, was the fact that like my mom, when I grew up, we read Aesop's Fables, which is Greek stories that have to do with you learn a lesson. So Achilles' heel and all that sort of stuff. The Boy Who Cried Wolf, those are examples.
Oh,
These are all Aesop's Fables. So my mom, we had volumes of these, and this is what she read. So it wasn't a given interpretation. Me at a young age, I had to interpret what the meaning of that was. Which, that's what I think is missing from this new generation, is because everything is spoon-fed. Like, they literally type in something, and it gives them the answer. They don't have to think about the answer.
They don't even have to look. They don't even have to look up a book
No, they
to
literally
look up the answer.
They don't know how to use a book to look up an answer either.
Bro, they can take a picture of a fucking math problem and it will give them the fucking answer. They don't even have to type in the fucking math problem.
And we had to
Just
like
take a picture of it.
we had to show our work and shit.
I know. Well, they have to still show their work and they won't get credit. But here's the problem.
Well, you know.
Yeah. So I showed work whenever I was in math, but I solved mine differently and faster. And
I used a calculator.
I didn't use a calculator at the time.
I did algebra. Yep.
And
I got one on my wrist now. I need it.
Right. So I had I had my dad, and we had a meeting with the teacher, and we had to basically explain to her, hey, there's more than one fucking way to solve a problem. Like, just because your book says this is how it's solved,
Yep.
doesn't mean it's the only way to solve it. And we showed her the math, and literally it was half the steps. And like, your fucking way sucks. Suck a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
Suck a
Bye-bye.
And you get a bag of dicks. And you get a bag of dicks. Everybody's going to get some bag of dicks tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Oprah. All right,
And if you're
Oprah.
lucky, you'll get a dick on your face, too.
Tara has a good point. Yes, they can ask Alexa to answer their fucking math problems. That's what I'm saying. It's so fucking horrible. But that's what I really loved about how the one aspect of how I was raised with the Aesop's Fables, and then God, it was some other book set series. It wasn't like Reading Rainbow, but it was something along those lines.
Oh, Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow.
Remember the Pizza Hut Book It Club, too? I heard they're bringing that
Yes!
back.
I got Stars
Book
tickets
it.
and all sorts of shit from Rangers tickets and all sorts of stuff
Yes.
from that. Yeah.
They need to start pushing them kids again. That was a big
Yes.
deal. That was a big deal.
You know what's funny? So I obviously we've learned a lot from news and different articles and stuff that we pull up online, blah blah blah. But you know, hands down, a lot of insightful stuff that I've learned in the magazines and stuff that I have that are downstairs, and not fucking porn mags. I don't have.
I was
those.
thinking about Playboy.
I know you were. That's what I'm saying. No, not those. Entrepreneur, Wired.
You're right. Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm like I've insight and stuff that I've taken away from those has been more valuable than any of the bullshit that I fucking see and hear on.
I'm sick of looking at the news, man.
Yes, dude. The news,
tired.
especially since we've become so engulfed in it and intertwined with it. It is, God, it's so depressing.
I'm tired.
I'm gonna tell you what makes me mad.
What's that?
This is one of the number one things that makes me mad. Frustration, and this is the great show because it's Frustration Unlimited. So this is what frustrates me,
All right, go ahead.
and it keeps coming up.
Go ahead.
People get upset, and they want to start removing statues and monuments because the statues and monuments represent something that they don't like, that they are offended by, and so therefore they get enough people together and they remove the statues or the
We
monuments.
call that the cancel culture, but yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Correct, the cancel culture. I don't like that. I don't like that because I look at the monument, that's art. That's
Yeah.
art. Somebody made that, right? And it's history, so it's art history. It serves a purpose.
They don't give a shit.
Here's the problem.
And it sucks.
History.
But they don't give a shit.
Hold on. History repeats itself unless you learn from it. It's just like
That's what-
relationships.
The monuments are a
Your
reminder.
relationships and the events that
Really?
happen will always repeat themselves unless you change it or your partner changes it. Here's
you
the
learn
thing.
from it.
If you take away, fuck you, Patrick. I know you're fucking just. He's going, Devin, why don't you listen to your own fucking advice again?
Go ahead. Listen to your own advice.
He's got a huge ass smart.
We have great dating advice. We have the best dating advice.
Don't do it.
So, to my point, history.
There you go. Everybody's quiet.
History will repeat itself unless you learn from it, and the only way to learn from it is to have it in front of you so you can learn and you can study from it. It's the same thing when
I'll remember that.
when I went to Greece and I was at the Parthenon and I was at where the first Olympic Games were held. Reading it in a fucking book and being there are two fucking completely different things. Seeing the architecture, feeling it, breathing it, hearing it, like literally you sit there and you're like, I can picture all of this shit happening. You know what I mean? You can't get that out of a book. You can't get that out of it other than being there. And that's the thing is, if we take that away, you're taking that experience, you're taking that lesson away. So not only are you taking a statue, you're taking what we fucking learned and why that statue is there. You're taking away all that experience and all that bloodshed and all the tears and all the joys and the good and the fucking bad. You need to learn your fucking lesson in life. If you take it away, you will never learn your lesson. You will never have a constant reminder of when you fucked up. That's the problem. You need to have a constant reminder of when you fucked up to remind you not to fuck up again. It's really simple. You take all your monuments and everything else of when you fucked up in life, and you just, it's the same thing. And I hate give everybody a fucking participation pro. It's the same fucking mentality. Nobody has to strive to be successful. Nobody has to strive to be the best because everybody's going to get a fucking trophy. It's the same mentality, and it's fucking wrong, and it's stupid, and it's asinine, and I can't believe I'm having to fucking have this conversation.
Well,
but as I've gotten older, so when I was younger, oh my God, I was the center of attention. I had to be in and around. And as I've gotten older and advanced through my career and studied AI and machine learning and all this stuff, I've slowly pulled farther and farther back. And I'm like going, I see the comments. I see like stuff going on in social media and shit. And I'm just going, do y'all really fucking believe that shit you're posting? I'm like going, I feel bad for fucking humanity.
Yeah.
I'm literally, and all it does, and even with a dating scene, all it does, is pull me that much further away. It's like, I don't want anything to do with I don't want to get y'all's fungus among us. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't want to get your cooties on me. I don't want to get your dumbness. Like, intelligence now is beyond beauty. Like, if we can have an intellectual conversation, we can, like, talk about everything and anything, and you can carry your fucking conversation in a bucket. That's way more sexy than if you're a fucking 10 supermodel. Like, that shit does nothing to me. And the girls that sit there and post all this shit and, you know, get boob jobs.
Oh my God.
What?
There is, so
Instagram and all these stupid fucking girls that think that's hot, that they go and jet set and travel all these different places. That, I'm like,
I have a guy friend. He's young, and he just he thinks. I love him to pieces.
Hold on.
But
how old is this guy? That sets the tone for a lot of things.
21.
There you go.
Oh
okay.
God.
That sets the tone. Go ahead.
He's 21, and he will come to me and he'll be like, yeah. So I was talking to this girl last night. Here's what she looks like, and I'm like, okay.
You want to know what's sexy to me?
Yeah.
You want to know what turns me on?
He's like, here's what she looks like.
Shut the fuck up, asshole.
He's like, here's what she looks like. Here's what she looks like. And I was like, okay, well, is she high maintenance? Like, is she funny? Like, is she a good cook? Is she like what else?
I've traveled the world trying to find girls that fucking can cook. And it is a lost, dying art form. I literally could do a documentary on this shit. We could literally fly the entire world, and it's fucking sad.
Yeah,
we're talking.
That's what I'm saying.
We're talking hundreds of years of hand downs and like recipes that this generation.
It's out there. It's
this
there.
generation doesn't give a fuck about.
No.
Not in America. Not in Greece, not in England, not in France, I'm like, I've literally traveled thinking, I'm like, I'm going to go overseas. When I'm over here, I'm going to go fucking meet and find my future wife. Fuck no, I can't.
I'm gonna go
back
over there
just as disappointed as I left.
This is what he's thinking. I'm gonna go over there and find me a redhead Greek goddess. That's what he was thinking.
Oh, shit. That was before I was into redheads.
But
Jessica Rabbit.
But yeah, so it's sad. It's so sad. And I don't do online dating anymore, but the last few interactions I did have when I had an account online, it was like these small meaningless conversations would happen, and then all of a sudden, oh well, now in order for me to keep my interest into talking with you, can you send me a full body shot?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, can you send me this shot and that shot?
Yeah.
And I was like,
No.
I don't want to. Well, why?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't really think that's necessary.
So for me, like,
Yeah.
I'm a visual person, so like seeing somebody, like I feel like I
I
know who I'm
get-
talking to. Like, obviously, hello, we're having a podcast.
Right.
But it's different, like, if I was just talking to you on the phone. Like, it's just like, okay, blah, blah, blah. But, like, now that I see your face and, like, it's completely different. But that's just me. I'm visual. I'm very, like, a visual type person. Like,
Right. So you're talking to a chick that you just met.
Mhm.
Well, let's take that back. You haven't met her, but you have met online and you're
Right.
chatting, and it's new. It's totally new.
right.
Are you going to be the guy that goes, you got some photos? Can I see your photos? I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, I am because I want to know who the fuck I'm talking to.
Okay, like some
Am I talking to
selfies.
a guy or a girl? Like, first of all.
Well, obviously.
It could still be a guy, even if the other person on the other end sent you a picture,
No,
like a female picture.
there's ways around getting catfish, but
But what if your portfolio, your profile has like 5 or 6 pictures of you? You can tell from your face or from here up that
Mm-hmm.
you're hello, you're not drooling at the mouth. You don't got a lazy eye.
you're right over there, Patrick.
I'm just saying. And then now
You ain't got a third eye. Hold on, let me
And
put
then-
my hat.
but then now you're like, hey, I've got these 5 pictures of you, and now I want a full body shot and a side shot, and
Tara,
and a
Tara,
swimsuit and a
fucking men.
Like-
Says, I tried 1,000,000 times to tell young women that if you really want to make your man feel love, learn how to cook. And here's the thing.
She cooks badass chili, man.
So here's the thing. Like us men,
she does really.
a lot of us,
Ooh, Tara, bring the chili.
Yeah.
like literally,
I'll make some and I'll bring a guy.
I designed my kitchen because I didn't like the way the kitchen was, and I worked enough years in the restaurant that I knew what I wanted exactly, and I built my fucking kitchen to my specs. God, which was fucking expensive as fuck. But I got the kitchen that I've always wanted. So
Yeah.
like to me it's like I'd love to cook, but what's even more important, I like to cook with whoever I'm with. Like I like the fact that we can both work well together in a kitchen. Like that she can be doing something and I can be doing something else. Like, working as a team. Like to me that's a fucking turn on. You know what I mean? Like what opportunities do you
What
have?
you can do in the kitchen, you can do in the bedroom too. Oh,
Bam! Whoa! Shoot it there.
You can,
Love
the,
it,
you
love
can the whipped cream can go from one room to the next. It's portable. It doesn't have a cord on it.
True.
Ah!
I mean, there's some good stuff in the kitchen. There's some caramel. There's
Don't worry, guys. We got condoms on the mic. It's cool.
We got condoms. We're protected. Hold on.
I'll take my condom off.
Got jalapenos in the kitchen.
Tara says, what is a big turn on for women is men who will help them do the dishes after they cook. Oh, okay. So let me just say this.
Oh God.
I am a big proponent of cook while you clean while you cook. When I'm done cooking, there are 0 dishes in the sink, and Patrick can attest to this.
No.
I am fucking anal retentive about dishes in the fucking sink.
Right.
I hate it. I will literally wake up in the morning before I even make coffee or anything else. I'm doing dishes.
Yeah.
It's like I can't stand because I know by the end of the day there's going to be more in there. So I was like, I may not make my bed first thing in the morning, but like that's one of my things. Like I can't have dirty dishes. I don't want it, like germs and inviting bacteria and bugs and all that shit. It's the main reason why, like I told Patrick and other people, like don't bring food upstairs. Don't bring food into your room because I don't want to invite bugs. I don't want to invite. Yeah,
I don't have none up here.
I know, not yet. But
Well, I got Whoppers. I got Whoppers, but That's okay.
But yeah,
it's covered.
That is like, and I've been at people's houses that can cook gourmet fucking meals, and the biggest turnoff to me is when I look in their sink and there's fucking 400 dishes in there.
No.
That tells me you don't know how to. Here's the thing, ladies. Consolidation of your time. That's a fucking big one. You don't know how to manage your time and your resources correctly. Because if you manage your time and your resources correctly, you should never have a fucking empty dish or dirty dish in your fucking sink. Because as soon as you're done with a frying pan, cleaning it, it's in dishwasher. As soon as you're done with any plate, it's clean, it's in the dishwasher. You're scrubbing it, whatever. There should never. That shows your time management skills suck. Yeah, trust me, there's these little things that I have with women that just show you suck as a person. You suck at life. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that I'm like, I guess I'm older and bitter because I'm like, I'm looking for a fucking unicorn in a haystack full of cow manure. Yeah. Like my unicorn onesie that I
Okay.
Wait, did you see that episode?
No, I've only
shit.
seen a little bit of one episode.
Okay.
That would be good. That would be so fun to do a podcast in onesies. Like group onesies.
I wanted to have a onesie party, but it gets so fucking hot in here. Those onesies are so fucking hot. Tara says, we are the same way about dishes here at our house. You're not weird in that. Yes. Thank you.
I was just thinking he was high maintenance.
Right?
Really, that's too much to ask?
No, it's not too much to ask.
I don't really ask a lot.
I mean, I couldn't get it.
Don't smother me. Don't like fucking blow my phone up.
No,
Like, you know what I mean?
I don't like to be. Oh God.
I know. It's like, it's the worst fucking thing. Like, I want to feel loved, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to feel like I got to fucking answer every beck and call that you text or call or whatever. I'm busy. I'm doing shit. I'm living life. You know, I'm trying to make moves. I'm hustling.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, everybody should feel confident enough in whatever that is that they can just kind of let the other person be themselves. I don't know.
So let me ask you, in the dating pool, we're going back to these hypothetical. So when a guy like messages you at night and only at night, does that make you feel like, oh, like he's not good enough for me during the day, but like he can only message me at night? Or like, how do you feel? No, like, trust me, because I'm going somewhere with this.
Yeah,
and I know you know
I know. I know you are.
I mean, it's a
love to have
red
a
flag.
female.
It's a red flag.
Okay, it's a red flag. What is a red flag?
For sure.
How many? Or how many and what? Which, name each one.
Name each one.
Yeah, is it one?
Yeah, if
flag?
there's red flags, name
Yeah.
each one.
Yeah. Like,
Oh.
it's a red
Or how
flag
many?
because
Like
or
if I get that message at night, like if I only get that message at night.
or you only get to conversate, have a verbal conversation with them at night.
I mean, this is a case by case basis, but
I know. I'm just saying, like, we're going generalizations. So,
generalizations.
like previous conversations, he wasn't asking for your full body shot. He was. Everything's been going copacetic. Everything's been going good. He tells you he works a lot. He's an entrepreneur, whatever. Blah blah blah. Bingo. Let me lay the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Not that he lives at home with mommy and daddy.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, the
Right.
groundwork does make a difference. You're right. Okay.
Right.
All right. So.
I mean, I think if you just gotta go with your gut instinct on all that. Honestly, it's case by case gut instinct. But I would be concerned if the communication continued and it was only at night. Then my mind would go, "What are you doing during the day that you're not sharing with me?"
Mm-hmm.
And so then that would put some question marks in my mind.
So let me ask you. So you're thinking that he's doing something else during the day. What would you think those things are he's doing?
Most likely that there's somebody else.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Mm-hmm.
So, because he's only answering with you at night, if he was with somebody else, wouldn't he be with that person at night?
Double life.
Double life. So he goes home to himself, or how?
Who the hell knows? These
No,
days?
I'm
Yeah.
asking. I'm asking to understand and having the guys understand. Like,
I'm not really sure.
but you think he's leading a double life, right? He's obviously got something going on during the day that at night he can't. He's the only time he can talk to you. But if he's with somebody, wouldn't he be with that person at night? Why would he only be with that person during the day?
All kinds of good reasons. Maybe that person isn't available at night. Maybe they have kids. Maybe they have a husband that they go home to at night. Who knows? People are
No, I'm asking
interesting
you.
creatures.
I'm asking you, and this was a hypothetical, and this is if this situation was
I
presented.
think he wants a female point.
I do. That's why I'm asking a female. Hello.
I know that.
yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, it's case by case. For me, it would have to go off of my gut instinct. What my gut told me.
Mhm.
It doesn't take my gut very long to tell me.
Women's intuition is.
I know, and I've always said I
Is-
never.
You never want to go against that.
And I've always told any girl that I've ever dated, I was like, hey, always let me know what your intuition is. You have something that I will never have. You have women.
They're not going to tell you their intuitions.
No, I'm not, dude. I tell good, bad, or indifferent because you know what?
They'll never tell you. Women won't tell you.
Well, the problem is,
The problem is
That's
that
not always true. I have no problem, or I have not had a problem in the past putting something out there that was on my mind, because it's like, hey, this is on my mind. I'm going to put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't belong in my mind anymore, then kind of let's sort that out. It's not that big of a deal, but it can be if people don't talk about what they're thinking, right? Right?
So let me ask you: do you just say something because it's what you feel, or do you actually give an explanation of why?
I think to give an explanation why.
Because to me, like
Helps.
that's my biggest thing is I like.
Yeah.
If you come to me and say blah 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 blah, like the moon is on fire, and I'm like going, okay, well, why is the moon on fire? Because to me, the why is more important than the what,
Right.
and that's where like I have a huge problem in the dating pool and everything else. Is I'm like, I want to know the why.
Yeah.
And in the business too, like I hate, and fucking women hate when I use business references to relationship references. But at the end of the day, it's a reference.
They're both relationships, aren't they?
Thank you, and that's what I keep fucking trying to tell them. I'm like, it's still a relationship, whether it be business, personal, or intimate. It's still a relationship, and you still have to maintain it. You still have to do the same things. You gotta feed it and nurture it, and
It has checkpoints. It has boundaries.
yes,
It has checks
it
and
has
balances.
red flags, and
And it has red flags.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's funny you mentioned the red flags because that's one of the things with me that I am just super like attentive to the red flags. And when there's so many red flags that like it don't even make sense anymore.
right.
Oh, shit.
You're just like going, what the fuck?
Holy hell, I'm getting gray right here.
Oh Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
I know. I've got it up on top.
No, I just saw it.
And it's on the sides now and probably in the back. I don't know. I don't got an eye back there. Not
All
yet.
right.
Not yet anyways.
Yeah, I just have
Sorry,
it
I didn't mean
here.
to
I
squirrel.
have it here. I don't have it in here, which is fucking weird shit. I don't know why. My hair's like, oh.
Well,
What do you think, Patrick? What are your thoughts? He and
No,
I
I'm not-
purged a lot of good material on that. What are your thoughts
I'm
on
not-
on the dating and
I'm
the
not.
and the that?
Why? Why can't you give
You-
your fucking feelings?
Patrick,
Everybody
you've
else
got
did.
fucking game. What's
Yeah,
your game? Come on, P.
No.
Come on. Come on.
You're holding back. Don't
Why
fucking
you
hold
holding
back.
back?
I'm not holding back.
You're holding
Dude,
back.
How am I holding
Because you
back?
ain't saying shit. That's why you're holding back.
I've been listening and agreeing with
Listening?
about
Hey.
25% of
You're
what
not. You're
hey,
not the
hey.
audience. You are here. You are.
Yeah,
the
you're
you are the
participating.
podcast. You are
Yeah.
the podcast.
Oh my
Your
god.
fucking name is on this shit, motherfucker.
Oh my god. Yeah.
You don't have a right to listen. You are obliged to speak, sir.
Damn right. You ain't got a fucking microphone to hide behind. No, you got to speak in that.
Okay, since I'm older than both of y'all,
Oh.
Grandpappy up in this
Yep.
bitch.
He
Shut
put-
up,
He just
asshole.
pulled the age card. All right, Stonehenge.
All right, Poppy card.
All right, go ahead.
There's a time that you just get to that point where you just don't give a shit anymore. That's it. That is it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's it.
I was expecting some Aristotle, fucking Plato, some kind of.
I feel like I got crumbs on my plate.
No, I'm sorry.
I didn't even get a piece of bread with butter.
I feel like I
sorry.
got fucking robbed on this whole.
So when you're just done,
I
you're
was
done?
literally. I'm
I've
like,
already
I
told
put
you.
my drink
I've already
down.
told you.
I literally was like,
We're talking
I've
about
already
just
told you.
like being able to just like date somebody, and you're like, when you're done, you're done. Well, how do you even get to the dating part when you're already done?
how you done before it even started?
Yeah, with
Fuck.
the
I can translate. Actually, I can. Unfortunately, because I actually know what he's talking about.
well, I think we both know what
But
he's talking about.
unfortunately, I can elaborate, and apparently this motherfucker can't.
He doesn't want to elaborate.
Okay, you know what?
Right. Go ahead. Elaborate. Because we both know what the hell you're talking about.
I was going
The
back.
audience.
I was thinking,
Get your heart out of the grave.
Woo. Shit.
oh, that was strong.
That was fucking. Woo.
Yeah, that just kicked me like
Damn.
a fucking nut.
I got to readjust.
but that's okay.
that. Oh, God.
But that's okay. I can take it from her. So it's okay.
Who invited this girl in my studio?
I have taken it from her too. So I mean, because
Damn, she went from homeless on 35 to.
because the last time that we saw each other when we were out there at Sneaky Pete's, I mean she was laying down the law on me. You know.
Good. I'm glad she can fucking lay the law down again and regulate and get something out of you. Content, Mr.
Yeah.
Fucking. I'm Fort Knox with the fucking content. I ain't gonna tell nobody nothing about nothing.
I ain't gonna tell nobody about nothing.
I know.
If you want to know, you got to show up to the podcast.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm just a tax-paying citizen. I don't
Just
know
a-
nothing about
I have a
nothing.
microphone and
I
I
don't
watch
give
it
a-
all day.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I have this microphone right here in front of me. I just like to stare at it.
I like the condom on my microphone so much.
I'll take my condom off there.
Oh my
How's
God.
that?
The condom.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
The microphone is no longer protected. All right.
Right there.
Woo.
Whatever. All right.
It's protected again.
So we talk about dating or talking about like almost like relationship. Dating relationship.
How about both? Both.
Which one would you like him to start with? The dating or the relationship?
How about the dating, the relationship, and then how in the hell does that even evolve to marriage, especially in 2021? Because this
Ooh.
You gotta ask me
this,
that.
This is
She's onto something.
like this is.
You know
this
what?
is-
You know what? I would go back.
You have a great point, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you. You'd go back, yes. What you started to say.
Hey,
As your pin's pointed in her direction.
I know.
But the camera was not a following, so I had to.
No. I don't know.
You do know. You're just too fucking.
Come on,
afraid to
you've
say
done it.
He
You know
does
it.
know. He does
you
know.
do know.
He's always. God.
What would you tell your son or your daughter right now if they asked you?
Oh yeah,
That question.
I know what they would, or I know what I would say to them, and I've said it to Molly. You know,
What's that?
the relationship part.
Say it. Don't repeat the question, fucking lawyer.
I think people have already heard my view on this. Okay, it's 100,
Uh-huh.
not 50-100, not 20-80, not 30-70, 65-40.
Yeah, we already got that.
Shit like that. Okay, it's 100. If you want to be with that person, give your 100%. Right?
Yeah, but what if the other person thinks they're giving their 100%, but they don't realize they're giving like negative 100%?
Tell them. Like I did with one.
Yeah, but they don't ever fucking realize.
And she didn't. And what happened? I fucking left.
Mm-hmm. Same thing here.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So that's it. Because that's why I say that I just don't give a shit anymore.
I've gotten to that point, and here's the worst part: is that
it's gonna take. It would take.
That's why I can relate.
It would take a very, 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 very special woman for me to.
So,
yeah.
Her point. What would be that special person? What would be the catalyst that converted you and changed you? That's what.
Understand what I've been through.
And how are they gonna do that?
I sit and tell them, and I can tell by eye contact, or I can. I mean, I can tell that. I mean, if they're going to accept what I tell them or not. Okay, I've had cardiac event. I've had 2 of them. I've had 2 cardiac events. Mom and Dad's gone. I like to talk about Mom and Dad a lot because that's my therapy. You the other night said that you don't understand how it could be therapy, but I think that she would agree with me that it is therapy.
No, that's what goes back to what I said about you're remembering vividly negative things.
It's
bad.
It's not negative.
It is very negative.
No, it's not. It's not negative. Me thinking about my parents,
their death, or
I don't talk about their death. I talk about how
their
they
memory.
were.
But understand.
That's therapeutic
hold on.
for me.
But they're not here.
Okay. Still, that's therapeutic for me, talking about the memory of my parents.
I understand where you're coming from, and I understand what you're saying. However.
Okay.
I see both sides.
The thing is you're holding on to something that no longer exists instead of focusing on what does exist. Tangible, intangible. That's where your problem is. That's what I'm talking about. So the thing is you're holding on to memories that are exactly that. They're memories. And you're reliving things that are from your past instead of the present and future. And the thing is you're holding on to your past. You will never have a future.
I'm not trying to hold on to the past.
I know
I'm trying to hold on to the memories of Mom and Dad.
I understand that.
That's it.
But you can't move on in the present if you are.
I am moving on in the present.
You can't move on in the future if you're focusing on the past. You ever heard that saying? You can't see what's in front of you if you're looking in the rear view.
Okay, fine. You're right. I'm wrong.
No, I don't give a shit about being right or wrong.
Just don't do it when you're on a date.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't. I mean, on a date or on a first day, whatever.
Good point, though.
I don't come out. I don't come out with the cardiac. I don't come out with.
I hope the fuck not on the first
no.
date.
No, I don't.
Or
I wouldn't.
For a woman's standpoint, though.
Well, that's the best way of making them run away. I think.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's a double-edged sword because if you're dishonest and you wait till like you meet them in person to tell them, then they feel like they
damned if you do and damned if you don't.
Right.
But shouldn't you both support each other emotionally, spiritually? Anyways, like, shouldn't you care about the other person's well-being and like have a friendship anyways as like your foundation, and then your relationship is just the bonus on top of that? Because isn't that what the longevity it grows from anyways, is you have that foundation?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, to your point, like, you can't build a house without a foundation.
Shit. Yeah.
She wrote a lot.
Oh shit.
Tara did.
Go Tara.
All right, I understand what Patrick is going through, but he's got to find a balance.
I agree.
There's a delicate balance between living those good memories and being able to have future good memories that you look forward to the future, and not just live in the past all the time. And that's really hard when you feel like the only people who really loved you or got who you were, or people who are gone.
I agree.
Ooh, that's a really good point, that last sentence.
Mm-hmm.
So thinking about, because Patrick, my mom's gone too. And
I know, because you and I
me.
have talked about that.
Patrick, what'd you tell me the other night? I don't know if you want to say it on the air.
What'd
What'd you tell me the other night?
Write it down on a piece of paper and I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right. But no, we've talked. Yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah, I agree. I do have a really good friend that I talk to every day.
Oh fuck, we went past the time.
We went past the time.
All right, hold on. Let me.
We're cut off.
Thank you, bro.
We got cut off.
No, our audio is still going to camera.
Oh yeah. Hold on, y'all. We'll be back.
No, they can still hear us.
I know.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that there you go. All right.
It's literally.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like wide shots too. See?
Super wide.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Open wide.
Fuck it.
We'll just keep it like
we're gonna
this.
keep it like that. We don't give a
That
shit.
does look kind of cool though.
It does kind of look cool. It's like, whoa. What
Yeah,
the
you can see all of our.
They can see everything.
Yeah, they can see all the shit on the.
Well, I mean, we don't have
tables.
this. You can't see the mud hole over here now.
But that's okay.
No,
It's
they
okay.
can't see the mud hole.
That's okay. All right. So, what were we talking about?
I was just acknowledging that, my mother has passed as well, and I know that sometimes I feel like
Pretty close.
one of the last people that really understood me. Like, I could walk into a room, and if my expression or my body language or something was off, it was my mother
Oh yeah.
who could know without me having to say anything. But I have that in other people now too. It's not the same, okay? But it's there. I have that support. And it is hard to find that once you do lose that connection.
Right.
See, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was at a younger age, I was very well. Like, my mom played both the mother and the father role. But as I've gotten older, I've almost become detached because of as I've gotten older, I realized I was filled full of a lot of lies and a lot of bullshit. And as I've gotten older and smarter, once again, the same reason why I've pulled away from a lot of other people was because I don't have time for ignorance and unintelligent people. Say, instead of using the word stupid.
Lacking intelligence.
Yes, those
She comes up with better words than you.
troglodyte. Look that bitch up.
Yeah.
That would be ancient.
That's weird
cave
that
dwellers.
they can see everything and me coughing.
Oh yeah, they can see
Yeah.
you coughing. And
All right, go ahead.
So yeah, that was part of the reason why I got just kind of detached from everything and everybody, because I realized like everything I grew up knowing and shit was a lie. Oh shitty.
Oh, I don't have one.
Do we have a bottle opener? Oh.
No.
No, I shouldn't do that. Not a desk. Not a desk. Not a
Here,
desk.
I'll go get one.
You know where they are?
I think so.
Think so.
All right.
If it's not, I just get the can opener I used to use.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, you know where the coffee machine, the espresso, and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, okay.
The very first drawer. You know where the knives are?
Yeah.
There's a metal thing that has like 20 bar keys. Bring one of them up. We'll just leave it up here because it needs to stay up here anyway. I got 20 of them.
Holy moly.
What?
I just saw two of me on the screen at the same time.
Yeah, you're there and there,
Mm-hmm.
and also there and over there.
I've never covered so
You-
much territory in a moment.
You are covering all screens. We've never had the cameras this zoomed out. It's kind of weird, especially now that we don't have the TVs on.
Yeah. It's cool though because honestly, when I was watching a little bit of the podcast before I came in,
Uh-huh.
I was curious about what the room
Look
as a
like?
whole, like looked like. So they might be wondering the same thing too.
Well, apparently Andy commented on our fucking fireplace because he's like, dude, what the fuck? You got a fireplace? I was like, we gotta have some kind of ambiance, some kind of.
What would you put in your padded room?
So, you know, it was so hilarious. So, like, when we first built this and stuff, I was, like, trying to compete with Joe Rogan. I was like, we're going to build a better fucking studio than Joe Rogan. I was like, fuck him. He's, now he's moved to Texas or whatever. I was like, okay. And he had this bomb shelter thing. Yeah, and it was, like, this arched. It was horrible. So when we built this, we joked around and we put hashtag like better than Rogan, blah, blah, blah. And then it was so funny. Like literally a few weeks later, he announced his new studio. And I was like going, holy shit. He
just upped
the
ante.
Yeah, he literally saw our shit and fucking upped his ante. And then he put a Texas shape sign, right? And it says something Rogan, blah, blah, blah. Oh, there you go.
My friend freaking loves him and listens to him all the time. She's told me, listen to him, listen to Rogan.
So I used, like, okay, so let me backtrack. My first experience was Russ, no,
Kid Craddock.
no. Howard Stern. So Howard Stern was here.
I like Stern.
He was in the DFW market. He was edgy. He flew under the radar. He knew how to say certain things and do certain things to get his point across, but actually stay underneath the FCC fucking radar, blah, blah, blah. And then he moved to Missouri, which coincidentally I had moved to Missouri. So he wasn't on the Dallas market, but it in, oh my God, fucking, what's his name?
I know who you're talking
David
about.
Lee Roth.
Yeah.
Tried to replace him, and I was like, who in the fuck is this chode? And then I learned,
Chode.
I'm like, this fucking guy needs to stick to singing because he sucked as, and I thought he was going to bring charisma, and I thought he was going to bring like personality, and it was his ego is the only thing I fucking heard, and he was so egocentric.
Yeah.
And he was so just like no content. It was all his ego. And that all you were listening to is all his ego and no content. And I'm like going, I can't fucking, I want to reach through this fucking radio and strangle his ass. So anyway, long story short, so I moved to Missouri, or Misery as I call it. And Howard Stern just so happened to be on the air there. I'm like, the only good thing about living here
Is Howard Stern.
Is Howard Stern. And so I grew up listening to him, blah, blah, blah. And then, coincidentally, that's how I found about Trump and everything else, because he used to be the National Enquirer, and Trump used to be people that were on his show. And then, of course, when I came here, Russ Martin, like, really kind of just blew me away. And then just, like, his personality and everything else. And I actually was on the show and was a part of the show. And we have footage and all that stuff. Actually, it's in the intro.
Yeah. It's in the intro.
Yeah. And then he ended up passing away. And then
I remember the Russ Martin show. You used to come on in the mornings.
Right?
Mornings,
then
drive
time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was drive time, then mornings, and then, but it was like, it was syndicated and it was simulcast. So that means it was on in the evening drive, but it was also on in the morning. But it was literally the evening show that was simulcast.
Right.
How many years ago was this? Because I can remember commuting in the Metroplex, and it was 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, he'd been in when it was KEGL originally, and then it was somebody else, and then it came back to KEGL. He's been on both.
Who used to be the morning show on Eagle? No, never mind. Y'all won't remember.
The only names I can remember, I know Kid
Craddock
was a big one.
It was Stern.
No, I was thinking back.
Stern,
I was thinking about when I was in high
he
school.
went to 105.3 The Fan, and then
another one too.
And then Martin came to the Fan, and then Stern left.
I thought Craddock was at night.
Craddock.
I'm thinking about when
Kid Craddock was in the morning. It was the morning with Kid Craddock.
No. Craddock used to be at night back in the mid '80s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What about Casey Kasem? Do you guys remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember him.
So my boy Jaron, he looks just like Ryan Seacrest, who hosted Casey Kasem's.
Yeah.
And New Year's Eve and all that stuff. And I keep trying to tell him, like, bro, you need to go fucking replace Seacrest.
Is that bad? I used to watch Dick Clark.
Dude,
I did too, though.
Dick Clark's fucking his
New
ball
Year's
drop.
Eve?
New Year's. Oh, it was always. That was the one to tune to.
No,
bro.
I'm talking about his show.
Well, yeah, his show was. I worked for fucking Dick Clark at one point.
Oh yeah,
American Bandstand.
That
I did.
How long did that last?
Which one?
Did it go into the 90s American Bandstand?
Oh yeah, dude. I still have the T-shirts and all that stuff. That's why I kept all that stuff because I knew it was gonna be worth some money.
Okay.
Because they closed all of his locations, and then when he passed away, and was like, that was it. When we did the ACL, remember when I had Edge Entertainment?
Yeah.
That was one of the last shows they put on that his group put on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Who is that? Who was that? That was that?
Oh shit, he's trying to rack his brain again.
Yeah, I'm trying to
He's
think.
gonna hurt himself.
Frank. I can't.
All right, so women's perspective.
Yeah. Yeah,
What?
sure. On what? Which part?
So you said you did the online dating, and you're like, hell no.
Oh, now we're going back. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It was that was a good topic. I did do the online dating. Nothing ever lasted beyond like 1 to 3 months. You know, nothing
Okay.
substantial.
Guys are assholes.
So
I don't know.
what had
Some of
happened?
them.
What had happened?
Not all of them.
They wanted to see your full body picture. Got that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did they want to see you naked?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, of course.
I want to say boobies.
I mean, of course. I'm sure. You know, it's like asking the fat kid if he wants cake.
Hell yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, and
Just
So-
the okay. So here's
What was
why
your app of preference?
my what?
App of preference.
Oh, I did Plenty of Fish.
Yeah.
Oh, POF.
I did POF. I tried Tinder. I tried Bumble, but I never went on a date with anyone except for Plenty of Fish.
Why Plenty of Fish?
Oh, probably because it was most user friendly for me because I'm old school.
Why was it user friendly? What was user friendly about it?
Setting up your profile, being able to look at it.
are you
your city.
plugging POF right now?
No, I'm sure my profile is still there. I don't know if
I'm
you could
wondering if
find
any
me.
of my profiles are still on all those fucking dating sites.
Yeah.
Oh, bless America.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
So yes.
But I stopped.
So you chose POF,
Mm-hmm.
and what happened?
The last time I used it was in December. This last December. Met a dude.
Mm-hmm.
Before we met, we had been talking for like a week, right?
Oh shit, that's like
Oh,
That's an eternity.
Man,
that's a
an
long time.
Dude, in
eternity.
millennial life. Whew,
Yeah.
And
that's like a century.
it
Yeah.
is. It
Where
is.
things moving very fast.
No,
No.
I don't know, but from what I could tell, the interest was there. The
Mm-hmm.
things in common were there. We even had the same last name, right?
Whoa.
Same last name.
Wow.
Oh
Um,
shit.
yeah,
Things were getting intense, is what you're saying.
it was deep.
Oh, it was deep.
We were balls deep,
Woo!
and
Andy, balls.
we were balls deep with the same last name, and hung out at his house and like had good conversation for like 4 hours, and I didn't have any intentions of like staying the night, and he just like wanted to keep on like heavy pouring, and I'm like, yeah, that's great because you're at your house, but I don't want to stay at your house. I want to go back to my house, which means I have to drive, which drinking and driving is kind of illegal, so oh, but you know that because you have a breathalyzer in your car and you've already been in trouble for that, which is something that I found out there too, which okay. What was that? What do you know what you're supposed to say right now, right?
What?
What?
This what color is this?
Red
And it was a
flag.
it was a red flag. It was a red flag.
Why do you think I just gave you the face? Because I was like,
You were like, oh,
Yeah.
red flag. So red flag. He has a breathalyzer. Red flag. He wants me inebriated. It's late at night. I told him I have to work in the morning. Blah blah blah. Well, for whatever.
he's used to his inebriated people, including himself.
Right. So,
Yeah.
this is what happened. Nothing happened after that.
This is what happened. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking nothing happened.
There you go.
No kiss.
Good.
No formal date. Didn't talk again for about a month and a half. The fucking weirdo came into my work, right?
What? Oh.
Then
Oh,
now
wow.
he's then
Wait,
now
did he know you worked there?
yeah. I told him I worked there. Then he starts showing up at my work, right?
What's this
Yeah.
guy's first name?
I can't tell you because you already know my last name.
Oh shit, you're
It
right.
It doesn't matter. You know what? Screw him. His name is Dan Johnson. How many Dan Johnsons are there?
Oh my
There's
god,
a
there's
lot.
probably like a gazillion.
There's
Yeah,
a gazillion.
yeah,
So this weirdo liked to show up at my work after the fact. And one time he came in with some like chick. And I'm like, okay, now you're going to start coming in. And he was sitting in my section too, which was double weird. And I would go find a server and I would say, hey.
Yeah, I love to hear these women's stories because they're so fucked up. And I'm like, no wonder all these women hate fucking guys. Like, because some of these guys' stories, I'm like going, fuck, this is the shit that I have to sweep up afterwards. Fuck, this is horrible. Go ahead.
Right. So, yeah. And I still had his number in my phone. And after he made about, let's call it 3 trips to where I work and then had shown up with a chick, and I had now had to get someone at least twice to take that table in my section because I wasn't comfortable, I finally just sent him a message and was like,
Stop.
yeah, exactly. And then he's like, well, where would you like me to sit? And I was like, actually, it's not that. There's Via Grande, down the road, and they're really good too. I think that place is more up your alley, honestly. And he was like, well, I like this place. I was like, yeah, but I don't like you here.
That's fine.
I mean, sometimes they need to hear the fucking truth.
yeah.
I hate to say it, but like, it is what it is.
I was like, I really don't like you here, and that girl's really not cute, by the way. But anyways, he's like, that's not very nice. I was like, yeah, well, neither is the fact that you're like here. It's actually kind of weird. You should leave.
For real,
So all the bad guys, automatically makes the good guys look bad.
yes, exactly. They fucking ruined it
know?
for the good guys, and
They ruin it for the good guys.
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what's bullshit
guess.
about the whole.
And then the good guys have to work extra hard.
Yep.
To
and this is why I
get
hate
the attention.
fucking dating, and this is why I will never date. Fuck dating.
Here we go. To get the attention,
Yep.
to get the respect, to get
Yep.
the trust, to get the
We're
loyalty or whatever.
we're at an uphill disadvantage battle. We are literally coming into something
Because the woman already has a thick ass wall up because of her previous
Bullshit.
previous ex-husband or fucking ex-boyfriend.
But it's the lesson, right? It goes back to the lesson that if you don't learn that lesson and if you take that away,
Yeah.
you're going to repeat yourself. And that's why you see the women or the men that have
Okay, so to your
children
point,
with different parents and broken homes and this and that is maybe they missed the lesson.
I guess how
Yeah.
many divorces I have.
76.
Yeah. Well, I have 2.
Ooh,
I have 2 divorces. 0. I have 2.
0.
That's nice though.
Guess how many people I have to share my shit with?
0.
1. Me.
Well, actually,
I share a child with someone, and that's hard.
Right.
Well, actually, the only thing I had to share with my kid's mother is the kids. That's it. You know, and
And that's a whole nother topic, because like
yeah,
that's one of the things I hate to see. Like, obviously, as a
It's
guy
hard, yeah.
that has no kids and never been married, is most 99% of females my age or around my age have kids, and
Yeah.
they have baby daddy drama. And that baby daddy drama, as much as they say it doesn't transfer to the relationship, it always 99.9999% always.
Well,
translates.
it's like
It absolutely can, and it can work the other way too.
yeah.
Like if the guy has baby mama drama, that's what we call it from
Yeah.
reverse role.
Right.
Yeah.
I did. Me, Tamara and I, we tried to work everything. We tried to work everything out, and Tamara always, we didn't go by the decree, and we didn't go by the child custody or whatever because of how I worked when I worked at I almost said Six Flags Southwest, right? And so when I would have my days off, I would call her in advance and just say, hey, I didn't say, can I have the kids this weekend? I said, I want to come and get the kids this weekend. And then she would say, well, we already kind of have plans. I said, no, you said a couple weeks ago that it was, that come and get the kids,
That's, yeah.
And so,
Man, I've seen some.
anyway, well, I mean,
I've seen both sides. And of all the relationships I've ever been in, there was only one where like I actually got along with the baby daddy of.
oh,
Like,
wow,
and
we're
they were
zoomed in
actually
again?
Cool, huh? What?
We're zoomed in?
Yeah.
Oh,
I zoomed
okay,
in.
cool. All right.
Fucking goddamn, you're way late to the punch, bro.
Bro, I wasn't even paying attention. All right.
I did it when it was all on her, so that way
Oh.
you didn't realize that it was zooming in.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, like that's the thing, and it's like of all the relationships, there's always been some drama bullshit, all except for one, where like the baby daddy actually and I got along great. We both had Tundras, we both had our shit together, and it was great. It just didn't work out. That's it. And they didn't want to, like, the ex-husband didn't want to stab her in the back, and she didn't want to stab, like, it wasn't a tit for tat type thing. You know what I mean? Like, they actually were amicable. They actually worked shit out, and they actually, like, resolved stuff. That was few and far between, because I've seen the polar opposite of every fucking other relationship, which is why I was like, I am not fucking dating anybody with kids, period. That's it. End of story. What?
That's not a bad rule to go by.
Yeah, well, I
But-
fucked up the last relationship because she had 3.
Yeah.
But I thought, things would be different. But,
I
fucking
thought-
history was repeating itself.
I thought I was going to switch on her
Why?
because I didn't know if I messed up the camera or not.
I don't think so. Why?
Hold on, let's see. Nope. Okay.
She's just not talking, so the camera's, like, not fixed.
I know. We just had to be quiet so it goes straight to her.
Right. But she can also talk, and it'll go to her. It also works that way, too.
Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. Forgot.
You okay over there?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is the longest we've gone. In.
I
Wow.
know, dude. I'm like, damn, 3 hours? Fuck it. Let's break a record.
Wow.
We might
Really?
get us
3 hours?
Yeah, dude. We're
Yeah.
3 hours and
We're good.
30.
3.5 hours.
We've been purging
Holy
content.
shit.
We have, bro. We've talked about all.
Well, you know
Kinds
what? We need to
of
go through audio
shit.
tomorrow and put up the audio.
Yeah, clips and stuff
Yeah.
because we had a lot of really, really good
Yeah.
clips.
We need to put up the audio for her so she can,
Yes.
sit and listen to herself.
Well, I mean,
Because she would like that.
should we end it since it's fucking this long?
It's up
into
to
it?
her. She
Or-
wants to end it or not.
Or do you feel like you have some more juice in you?
I mean, there's always
Or do we need to have another
there's
podcast?
there's always a second gust of wind.
Oh yeah.
So the question is, do we want to save it for this or another time in another place to keep the audience?
I don't know. Why don't we ask the audience? Why don't we see
I
what they
think
say?
the audience has started to
Yeah, I think
fall
they-
off. at
They
this
Yeah,
point.
dwindling. They
falling
dwindling.
off.
We're down to 4.
We're down to 4
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And I mean, and they're not gonna say they're not gonna
Yeah.
say anything unless
No.
Tara is still there. Tara will say something, but
That's true.
I mean,
I think we're good. What have we got? 11. Yeah, it's 11:30.
I mean,
we can call it good, and then
I think
Go on
Jasper's still here. Jasper's been awfully quiet. Like literally.
Has Jasper been here like the last 3 hours? And hadn't said anything?
I mean, other than when Jasper dropped in at 8:02.
Wow.
I think she.
Hey, look, we got 5 people.
They're just listening.
We got one extra. Got one extra.
Hey.
Oh.
Hello. Thanks for joining the show.
Yeah. So Tara said that she'll come on. She wants to come on.
Yeah.
Heck to the yes.
That would actually be a great show. She has a lot to say.
I'd love to have her on.
Oh yeah, she has a very lot to say.
Yeah, she really does.
Tara.
Yep.
Tara Woodley.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Tara Woodley.
We abso-freaking-lutely, positively enjoy your company, and for tuning in and for commenting. You guys have been awesome, and the show has been even more awesome.
Sauce.
Oh my God!
It's all about the sauce.
I heard that all the time.
It's all about that awesome sauce.
Jesus. Oh yeah, I got a lot of frustration to get out. Okay. All right. Hey, Tara.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
Hey, Tara. Tell Jim I said hey.
Tara, go ahead.
She'll get that. She'll get that. So.
Go to either the website, frustrationunlimited.com, or go to our Facebook page.
I'm here on Wednesdays. If you want to be here on Wednesday.
And Patrick's here on Wednesdays.
I can come back on a Monday.
But, yes, Andy will be here on Mondays. He'll be awesome. And I also need a co-host on Friday. So if Tara, you want to come on a Friday, or if you want to come on a Friday, anybody.
Oh, you can be actually a co-host sitting here.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Fridays get crunk. Fridays we have people from all across the pond, apparently. Last Friday was off the fucking chain. Yeah.
What time do you do it? Is it the same time?
We had, like 400, 500 comments last Friday? It was ridiculous. Same time. Same time every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So 8 to whenever.
Yeah, y'all's anniversary is coming up. That's right. Okay.
Sucks.
Yours and Jim's? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm here on Wednesday, so if you want to come in on Wednesday or whatever, that'd be good. I haven't seen you in a long time.
I just realized something.
What?
I won't be here Friday. What the fuck's gonna happen Friday?
Well, we'll just have it tomorrow night. Have another one tomorrow night.
I just realized I gotta be at that.
Okay, so we can just have another one tomorrow night, and have Tara come in tomorrow since
We're
I
not
got
gonna have a back-to-back fucking, especially when we had a almost 4-hour fucking podcast. We're not gonna have a back-to-back podcast.
Are we actually talking about this on the air?
Yeah, we are. Fuck it. Yeah, they can.
What's the schedule gonna be tomorrow,
Yeah,
you
what's the
guys?
schedule gonna be? Shit, I just realized. So I got that big event Friday, Saturday.
Ooh.
That's gonna be a beating. You know that, right? Friday, I gotta be there at 4 a.m.
Yeah, I know.
Saturday, 4 a.m.
I know.
So, oh wait, hold on. I might. Ooh, shit. I'll be cutting it close, but I might be able to make it to the Friday podcast. Holy fuck! I literally have 2 events on Friday. One starts at 4 a.m. The next one at 2.
Have fun. Good luck.
What would start at 4 in the morning?
A
film shoot.
Yeah.
A film shoot.
Okay.
No. It's
no, but seriously, a film shoot would start at 4 a.m. That's
Yes,
what I was saying.
yes.
I'm not saying that he was doing one.
No. I'm not doing one. So there's a big bass tournament going on this weekend.
Oh, which reminds me, I need to.
Yeah. And so I'm partaking all 3 days.
That's pretty fucking intense.
Yeah, it's going to be intense. Filming and doing all sorts of other shit. So, oh yeah, I let the cat out of the bag. So I will rush like a motherfucker to get here Friday to do the podcast. But I think it ends at 6 on Friday.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll and it's in Fort Worth. So I will fucking try to skedaddle out of there early. I don't know. No promises.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm telling you all this shit on the air. I don't know why.
Okay.
All right. Hold on.
All right.
Wait for it.
What?
Now. We're at 3 hours and 30 minutes.
I got 20. I got 29.
Well, that's because I have the actual stop clock right here.
Okay, fine.
All right, everybody. Thank you again. We love you. It's been a great show. And without you, we'd only be half a great show.
I'll take kid credit.
Love you a long time.
All right. See y'all later. Y'all
Catch
take
you
it
on the
easy.
flip side.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.